close your eyes. It was a hard summer night. Lord, we couldn't close your eyes. An old woman's shout gave us a fright. She said Willie didn't come back home last night. No. No. Willie used to hang out in the hood. And some of them were up to no good. They told him if he did this job tonight, he'd be a man. He'd be all right.
Oh, but see, I think of it as like when you say fried pickle, I think of like a larger pickle or like.
And that's what I'm trying to break away from. It's the little.
No, it's just fried pickles though. Like you go to a restaurant and you want to get pickle chips, you just see fried pickles, and you're like, hell yeah, give me some fried pickles.
Pickles are gross.
Do they not come?
No.
You got other things like fried cucumbers, and those come in sticks.
Yeah.
Ew.
No.
You don't
What's
wait,
up, guys?
Come on, Koo, that's.
I'm Brett.
That's
We're having food conversation, Brett.
What
I
is
see.
that? Oh, I gotta find it. That's tempura. That's literally tempura, Koo.
Yeah,
Like tempura.
I do like tempura, but it can't be vegetable tempura. It can only be like shrimp. And then I won't. Okay, so the only vegetables
You don't
I'll
like
eat,
tempura, you like shrimp.
yeah,
And that's kind of the thing. Yeah.
I'll eat.
I'm gonna show you you're wrong, Shane.
I'll eat broccoli.
What do you call them? Fried
like
pickles?
broccoli.
I'm fine when you call them fried pickles. It's at the state fair. They're called fried pickle chips.
But you don't. Tell me you're not from the South without telling me.
Chat, look at the one at the
I'm not
bottom
from the
left,
South. You
though.
know that. Those do look good.
There's
Okay.
pickle chips, and then there's just the dill pickle.
To be fair, if I look up fried pickles and I go to images, the first one does look like pickle chips, but the third one is long, like almost French fry looking pickles, and then there's a whole mix of like nuggets.
It's
and
like a
chips
deep
and
fried
long
flask pickle, like the deep fried dill pickle.
This sounds like the pop or soda argument.
Oh god.
Soda.
Okay, we need Brent. We might need you to jump in and save us here. All of you are so loud. I'm trying to adjust my volumes here. Of course we're loud. We're having an argument.
Yeah. And vegetables.
No, it's a debate. We're not arguing. We're being pleasant about it.
I'm
Pleasant
having an
arguments.
argument.
All right. Hey, Kevo, talk to me. All right. Hi, Brent. How you doing? How's your weekend, man? It's good. It's been all right. Yeah. Keep chatting. Let me see something. All right. Keep going. Yeah. Nothing much going with me. I'm happy to be here, ready to play my character, ready to go into the terrors and horrors of this awful place. Okay. I don't know why everybody's so loud. I'm gonna have to adjust this.
He goes, okay, as if I don't need to hear anymore. Stop talking.
He's like, yeah, be quiet. I don't care.
So anyway, my credit card information is. Yes. Yes. Continue. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Brent cut me off. I can't continue. I'm sorry, everybody. All right. I'll have to. Willie was a good boy.
Brent, I'm waiting for my Louisiana po' boy sandwich here with this cool jazz music, man.
Yes.
Switch
it up a bit.
I was so confused. I was like, where is this music coming from?
It's the local act happening at the Gilded Lily or whatever. I don't know.
I know, and then I realized I was like, oh, okay.
I might adjust my plans and go to like Captain Louis tomorrow or some nearby place tomorrow for a po' boy. I have not had one in a long
Do they still call it Captain Louis? Didn't they change it?
I think it's still Captain. The one that's off of. I think it's still Captain Louis. The one that's.
Is that off of 120?
Yeah.
120.85. Yeah.
Oh, I was thinking of the one on satellite.
No,
My bad.
no.
Check 1, 2, check. Okay, I think this is,
Is Nova good, or am I too loud?
You're fine. You're
Yeah, typical.
fine. And actually, I can turn you up a little bit. Alright, I'll work it out as we go. Sorry for the spiking volume, folks, but here we are with another exciting venture into Drakkenheim. Alright, turn that down a little bit there. And I'm glad everybody's doing good. We have solved the pickle problem, and now we're moving on.
Yes.
So, right. Well, we got some things to do on our agenda here. So, who wants to shoot for some inspiration with a recap? Eh?
I haven't done it in a while. I'll do it if no one else wants to.
Yes,
I've got
thank you.
inspiration on my sheet.
All right. We started this with the once again continuing into the flashback of Tinuviel, as she was learning her powers at. Is it Michael's Gate or Dawn's Gate?
You got it, Michael's Gate.
At Michael's Gate, a time of her life that was not considered the best due to not feeling like she belonged due to a very specific individual, which, out of character, I believe we've all sworn vengeance against. But that's besides the point. It's not been great, but she's trying to get through this. And something changes one night when, in her room, trying to rest, she suddenly sees this individual having apparently snuck in and injecting her with something. Not sure what, but using all of her abilities, she was able to resist, thankfully. And
my God, what a terrible guy. Keep going.
yeah. No, completely awful. I'm not joking when I say that I'm pretty sure every single person in this party has now sworn eternal vengeance against Thorn.
But technically, y'all don't even know this guy. For all you know, he could be the most
Out of character as players, which is what makes this game fun. Anyway, back to it. However, he also stole her pendant. Was it a pendant or an amulet?
No, it was her little crystal shard.
That is.
A
Yes,
necklace.
Her little crystal shard necklace that she had, and later. I'm blanking. I'm blanking.
What is it? Spell casting component? Is that what it's called? Spell something?
Yeah, a spell casting focus.
It's your divine focus.
Yeah.
Her divine focus, and was able to get away, but later during a confrontation, she demanded that he give it back. It was very precious to her. Which.
Wait, you're just making that up.
I'm actually blanking. I'm sorry.
No, so what happened was we have. No, I'm gonna help. So we had cleric. Well, I don't know if it's all clerics, but Brent gave us a update that before the game started, that our class, we have a thing where we can call our spell focus to us. We have to meet the DC though, but somehow Tinu rolled a nat 20, so I was able to get the focus back to me. It teleported back to me, and Thorn didn't know. That's what happened at that part.
Okay.
We're on track. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Yep. Ah, jeez. I think I might be failing this time. Does someone else want to?
You're doing great.
You're doing great. Keep it up. You got it. Once you start, you're gonna have to struggle through it. Keep going.
Right. You're kicking butt.
Well, So Tina was
after
able
that,
to get...
I went back. I went to class.
Yes.
Do you remember what happened there?
So the class was being taught by Mercy the Fifth.
Yes, you went to, now I remember. So you were going to a lecture, and the lecture was going to be taught by the current divine matriarch Mercy the Fifth.
Close enough. Keep going.
Yep, and things were seemingly going, and that was going, but during another conversation with Thorn about what happened, it ended up getting the attention of Lady Mercy due to, as he was once again being in his own way disruptive in trying to get at Tinu, where the both of them were then called up by the Divine Matriarch, as of which, with everything going on, Tinu kind of unfortunately broke down in front of her, and while Thorn was trying to pretty much tell the situation as he wanted it to be told, the matriarch finally decided that she was going to get to the bottom of this and used the spell Zone of Truth, which they did not pass the save. So when asked of what was going on, Tinu and Thorn both gave truthful versions of the event, which revealed very, very much that Tinu was in the right and Thorn was clearly in the wrong, and destroying his narrative. Very disappointed, she basically sent him to, I believe, a lower class to relearn, and away from Michael's Gate to relearn the
Remedial
precepts
studies.
of the precepts of faith that he clearly had not learned.
This is true. It wasn't another whole. It was the same campus area, just just to the little kids.
Yeah, basically, it's whatever counts as demotion for these students. And as she went, she once again sort of reassured Tinu, showing a bit of more of an understanding and showing that she could be more, and adding to the spoon lore when she created her own spiritual weapon to show where her faith comes from and why she believes and what she believes and what she fights for. How effective and what this might mean for Tinu, we'll have to see another day, as we came back into the modern quote unquote modern time. The party has had their done splitting up, having done all the things they need to do in town, meeting with Outer the Amends, Louis meeting with the bank, Ron and Tinu meeting with old Zoya, and heading back to our quote-unquote home in this part of the world, when the parrot Salty Feathers intercepted us and started attacking Louis. Now, the two of them don't get along, but something seemed off as he kept calling Louis a dirty rat, which hadn't before. The party tried to interpret, and Ron, being a druid and having a number of abilities, cast Speak with Animals, where he was able to better understand Salty Feathers, and Salty Feathers told him a strange story as how Louis had apparently been there while the party was gone and attacked his uncle. Yeah, old Yanis Golddown.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what the party interpreted time. Going inside, to see what was going on, we found Yanis apparently fine, saying he was attacked by the bird and almost seeing no worse for wear or in any kind of distress. However, the situation seemed off, so the party kept investigating. With a couple of rolls, Tinu found that the door to the secret area downstairs was ajar. Clearly someone had gotten in, and Torin, with some rolls along with, I believe, Kalina, noticed that the place was clean, almost too clean. After which there was some confrontation, and while the rest of the party went downstairs, Kolabadi, who seemed to realize that something was up, cast Purify Food and Drink on the big pot of gumbo that Yanis was making. But just to make sure, as everything was understood and trying to confront Yanis of what's going on, because clearly something had happened, the party went downstairs and found that not only had apparently the secret entrance from the rock been infiltrated for someone who got in, but they apparently have stolen just about almost everything that wasn't too heavy that the party left behind, including clothes, weapons, and the black books that had been researched. As the situation escalated and more confrontations, asking Yanis how the heck he didn't notice this and what was going on, it very much became clear that some things were not adding up, which led to Louis making an ultimatum. They decided that because we knew Yanis was sick, we would test him with the plant we've been using to detect corruption and infections, and if he turned out to be fine, then we don't know who this person is, as Louis. And so, with some more interrogations, some more coaxing, and trying to figure it out, with the Yanis we have being very defiant to any kind of reading or magic or quote-unquote manipulation, which, while in character, was also out of character. The plant turned that he was fine, and with Louis putting a literal gun to his head, the person confirmed what we had been fearing. This was a plant by the Queen's men, and they had taken Yanis. And while Louis was clearly prepared to execute this man in a fit of rage, Torin and the others stepped in, knocked him unconscious, and tied him up, and kept him from doing so in order to get information, as he said that if he died, we're not getting Yanis back. Louis went downstairs while he and Alice had a talk about what to do with this individual, as everyone is kind of trying to figure out what the next step was, and determining whether we're still going to do our bar hop adventure that was planned.
Correct. All right. Thank you very much. You are done struggling. You have struggled enough.
My gosh.
Take some inspiration. Thank you.
I'm embarrassed of myself. That could have been so much.
Good work, Kev.
Myself.
No, you
Doesn't
didn't.
matter. You did it. You did it. The only other thing really of note here is that you guys did a few investigations. Lowy discovered that in the more industrial part of town, on the opposite side of the Drawn River, there may be some bullet presses or something over there. I believe Torin actually asked, was there some other way to get through Shepherd's Gate besides the hooded lanterns? And it was kind of, not really. They kind of manned the gate itself. Yeah. And Kolabadi asked about Yogin Ghostweaver. And has anybody ever been out there to see this strange sage? And it was discovered that, at least one group has heard of people who've gone out there. But there seems to be a laundry list of conditions for his services. And then you guys caught up with Emma Crow. I believe actually maybe that was the session before, but you guys discovered that apparently there was somebody worth a lot of money coming through the Queen's Men. So, with that, we are going to hop into it, guys, and we're going to start off directly at the Gilded Lily. All right. So, it's a mild night. Strong breezes brings the smell of spring plant growth in the area, along with other more bitter scents of emberwood. And before you guys actually get in, you look up at the sky. We'll say Ron. You see that there's thick clouds that occasionally blots out the moonlight. Mm-hmm. After about 4 hours of downtime, and maybe a short rest, and dropping off a mangled body near the Skull and Sword tap house, Alice and Loey leaving a nice message, you arrived at the Gilded Lily. You can hear, of course, this music playing, kind of muffled, coming out from the interior. The sound of it has a cosmopolitan vibe. It reminds you of urban life, far away, maybe in major cities along the coast. Some patrons did sit on the old patio furniture on a porch that kind of wraps around this building, although not depicted on their map, there is one. And let's go ahead and get a reminder of our places here. Here we go. Good old Gilded Lily. You can smell cheap tobacco coming from the interior of this place, and of course, you guys enter, as we see here on our map. Go. So, just a reintroduction here. I mean, this is a lavish two-storied building, surrounded by a veranda of decorated, a veranda that's decorated with swirling lily motifs, painted in purple. It has an ornate golden kind of glowing lanterns hanging between the veranda arches, and within its curtain windows. Inside the building, there looks to be 4 large golden lamps kind of lighting a small stage way in the back. And then there's candles that sit on the table, and a few hanging candled chandeliers. There's floral arrangements all along the walls, and of course a well-stocked bar. Now, behind this bar, well, let's just start with who we see in here. You know, there's a sizable group of patrons. Most look like adventurers, tradesmen from Caravan Court, and a few locals. Kevin Wheeler, behind the bar, this guy gives you a smile. He says, "Hey, it's been a while. I can get a server, lead you to an open table." And do I have a picture of Mr. Wheeler? I think I do. No? Alright, well, Kevin doesn't get a picture, unfortunately.
Oh.
So sad for Kevin.
Boo, Kevin.
It's alright. Let me go ahead and turn this on. Tavern. Here we go.
It's alright, I understand.
I didn't think about that, sorry.
No, it's fun. It's just...
So,
Oh my god, when I heard him. Oh, sorry.
yes.
Well, I got it.
Okay. So, but before, Kevin Wheeler can actually act to go ahead and do anything, you hear somebody approaching before you actually see them. It sounds like some nice heels clanking on wooden floorboards. Yeah, let's go ahead and put on a map here. And it's the lady that you guys saw last time. She just kind of moves through the patrons as fast as she can. You see she's a sharply dressed woman, maybe in her late 50s. She marches up. She has a black gown on, with some trims and shades of gray, and a brimmed hat with a lace and a tuck of flowers. And of course, this is Madame Rochelle. Let's see here. There we go. You guys remember her.
I'm worried about her.
She goes, "It's okay, Mr. Wheeler. I will take it from here." And you see Kevin shrugs and then kind of goes back to managing the bar. She looks at all of you. "It's good to see you all again," Madame Rochelle says with almost a performative kind of smile on her face. "I have not forgotten about your patronage last time, so I want to make sure that you guys have the best seat in the house." And she gestures for you guys to follow her, and she begins walking towards the table you guys sat at last time, right in front of the old stage.
And our deal still stands on half-price drinks tonight, I'm hoping.
That's why we came.
Of course, of course.
Awesome. It's going to be a fun night then.
I hope so. For all of you and for everyone. Yes, take a seat. As you guys, you can move yourselves over to the table if you like. And as you guys are all kind of sitting down and arranging yourselves around this table, Madame Rochelle says, I'll make sure Penny, our most attentive servant, will be at your beck and call. Is there any drinks I can put in for you right now? And in our Discord channel, I believe I have the prices of this stuff. Let's see here.
Wasn't Penny our server last time too?
She was.
Okay.
And my notes of the Guild Lily.
Yeah, same. I don't know why I spelled her name funny, but cool.
So, but yeah, drinks are gonna be, looks to be what? A couple copper? 3 copper a drink?
How much for a bottle of hard spirits?
Let's see. Mademoiselle goes, well, we just had some recent arrivals from Altberg. Fresh stuff, good stuff. It's gonna be, normally 20 gold pieces, but, your discount is for drinks, not bottles, I'm gonna go ahead and say. But I'm gonna be nice. 15 gold for a bottle.
Done. He hands her 15 gold.
You see, she does like a small little curtsy. I'll make sure Penny goes ahead and brings out some selections for you to choose from. Some glasses. And, of course, if you need anything, ask Kevin. He'll come fetch me. All right?
Of course, thank you.
She taps the table, and then you see she walks away. And I'm going to say, this is Penny right here, our shaded token. And, oh, she just jumped out the building. And she's right there. Let's see here.
She's just fucking done with this job.
Yeah, she's like, I'm out. There we go.
She's like, not these assholes again.
Oh god, they're gonna get into a bar fight.
We haven't here. We've behaved here.
She's heard the rumors though at this point. She had to have. Knife.
You should ask her, Louis.
I'm probably going to before the end of this.
But, okay, I'm gonna say, Penny will arrive here in a few, but she hasn't just arrived just yet. But you guys, kind of settle down and take a look around. There's some yellow line you see on the map. It represents there's a gap, and up above, there's like a wraparound balcony on the 2nd story. So, people can kind of see down into this area. But, all along the sides of it, there's tables and patrons. So, let's go ahead and, as you guys settle in, anything you want to talk about real quick before I continue?
Ron is already dancing on the table.
I see.
I love it.
My bad. Oh,
We
just me.
sit
No,
at the
Great.
table, Ron.
You live your best life, man.
Hey, Brent.
Yes?
Yes!
yes. Yes.
Yes.
Do they have a lavatory tree?
Yes. When you guys entered and walked in, you saw that there was a few signs for bathrooms on the west-south wall here.
Okay. Good to know.
But yeah, you guys settle in, look around, This place looks like it's slowly filling up with folks. If there's nothing else you would like to discuss at the moment, I'm going to keep it moving. So,
Actually,
Tina takes out a rope and she ties Louis to her.
Nuh-uh.
Because of what happened last time, yeah. I guess I'll like tie it under the table. Yeah, I'm gonna take out a rope and tie it to, I don't know, his gun holster. And then tie it, and then like kind of link it under the table, and then sit on my side and tie it on my belt.
Link it up
Oh,
to
all
come
the
tie
innocence
Louis'
was-
gun holster with your rope, right, Tino?
Yeah.
Okay. The hell are you doing, Les?
You disappeared last time. So you don't disappear.
Oh, that's not gonna happen again.
just in case, just keep it on.
Chloe stares at you for a solid minute.
Tinu stares back.
Okay. As long as it doesn't know you're
serious.
drinking, whatever.
It shouldn't. I'll untie you when we leave.
Monty tries to hide her giggles.
Alice is not hiding her laugh.
Penny, bring a round of ale for us.
Penny arrives with a few bottle selections. It looks like all of these are from different parts of the coast and the realm. Ornate bottles, nice labels for you to choose. And she goes, "Sorry, sir, but we don't serve beer here."
What? Mead then? What do you have?
Only wine, spirits, some coffee. We do not have mead. We have small dishes.
You mean food?
Yes.
Serve the man a whiskey.
Yeah, give me that one. He just points at whatever one says whiskey on the label.
Got it. She does a small nod and she leaves the bottle with you, of course uncorking it. If you need anything else, let me know. And you see that she goes on to serve some other patrons around here.
Thank you, Penny.
Is that the strong bottle?
It better be. Paid 15 gold for it.
I'm gonna toss 2 gold to Loey and say, pour me a glass.
Sure. He pockets your gold and he'll take 3 of the tumblers and he pours one out for himself, one for Alice, and one for Kalina to eat. Pushes the other 2 tumblers down the right.
All right. Everybody.
Or will I also throw you some gold and for his own.
Hey, Brent, since those guys stole my bottles, I'm eyeing these new bottles, and when these guys finish them, I'm tucking them in my bag.
Understood.
Carl, you also wanted a shot too?
Yeah, she'll accept some of that and see how. Does the bottle say where's the cask?
I'm sorry, say that one more time?
I was asking if the bottle says where it was cast.
Sure. Let's see.
You don't have the lore on the booze of the land?
I know, right? Sorry, guys. I don't know. This one says that it was bottled in Sandspire.
Sandspire?
And you see the label has a nice little etching of what looks to be some long canoes at the delta of a river.
Is it whiskey or is it gin or what is it?
Oh, it's whiskey.
Okay, cool.
All right, everybody, go ahead and roll me a perception.
I was about to ask if we see anybody. Alice is not paying. Neither is Bati. Alice and Bati aren't paying any attention.
Well,
Apparently.
just pay attention to the her whiskey.
Horn either.
It sucks now.
Oh! Thank goodness for Ron and Tinu. Holy
God,
shit.
my perception's bad now.
Yeah, I'll slide a shot over to Kolobati as well. Since she threw me. I'm assuming, Carl, you gave me 2 gold, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Body is peering at the bottle, kind of looking at the label here. The rest of you notice that near the stage, there's a sign that's propped up. It has kind of an old yellow poster pinned to it. The poster says "Open Mic Night" in kind of flourishing letters. There's some additional smaller script below it that has the rules. And sitting on a stool near the stage is a man. He's dressed kind of in decent clothes. He has a paper in his hand that looks like a sign-up sheet. Now, the mechanics for this, to remind you, is in that Gilded Lily thread in our Discord. But just for our stream purposes here, I'll go ahead and go over that. So essentially, if you're going to go ahead and do an act here tonight, you have to describe to me what you're doing. And we're, of course, I will give some guidance on the appropriate skill roll. I mean, some of this should be obvious. If not, we can go ahead and talk about what skill you want to go ahead and roll. Now, if you give me a good description of what you do, that makes sense, and that is awesome, then who knows? Maybe you'll get advantage on the roll. Or maybe not. But regardless, there is a chart that I have here that tells you what happens depending upon your roll. So you get a 9 or less, no good. 10 to 14, all right. 15 to 19, all right, people are liking it. And if you get higher than a 20 on this check, people love your performance. So those are the general rules here. Now, those of you who got a 10 or higher, over the noise of the establishment, you hear kind of the front door chimes, and you look down the way back to the front door and see a group of Drakkenheim explorers that you met earlier today. These headhunter guys come in.
Hey.
Boop. These folks.
Oh, hey, these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping they were gonna come. Alice
And-
doesn't notice them though, so she
Yep.
can't wave them down.
Yeah, they were supposed to meet you guys here, or said that they wanted to at least. So you see that they come in and, size up the surroundings and begin to look around. I'll go ahead and put them on the map here. Bam, bam. Let's put them. There we go. Yes. We'll get
Aaron's already
back to
behind the
that.
bar.
Yes. Where is it? The alcohol. Now, those of you who got a 15 and higher, you look up to the wraparound balcony on the second floor, and you kind of do a double take. And up there, you see sitting at a table are 3 interesting individuals, kind of talking with each other. One looks to be definitely a noble or knight of some sort. The other is a feline creature that is about as tall as a dwarf. Its fur is kind of a dark shade and has yellow-green eyes. Lastly, you see a familiar figure, a red-headed young man with goggles on his forehead and dressed in a purple long coat. You met this guy about a week or so ago at the Crow and Son Smithy. I mean, he was leaving as you guys were arriving. And some of you may recall, he told you that he was related to the Crow family. But that's what you guys immediately see at the jump. What's going on?
You said this. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Body.
Well, like I said, Bati's examining the label and tasting it and regaling Loey with she needs to take a trip back to Sky because when she started the convent a couple years into her apprenticeship, she laid down a few barrels of whiskey. So
Yeah.
it's been aging for about 50 years at this point.
That's about due.
That tastes better than this Sunspire swill.
Yeah, you taste it. It definitely. Yeah, maybe it's as good as the mediocre stuff you find in Glimmer.
Gonna get another bottle of this.
Yeah. As long as you keep your wits.
Lloyd doesn't. Lloyd grunts.
All right. You guys want to do anything? Just interrupt me, but I'm gonna keep moving. If you guys, yeah.
I did. So Tina's not drinking. She doesn't drink alcohol. I guess I would be drinking water if that's free. If not, she's just sitting here. That guy that she saw on the balcony, is he still there? The Crow family guy? He was on the balcony, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah. He's sitting. It looks like he's sitting up at a table, really close to the balcony edge, like on this side here, 15 feet up.
Is he suspicious looking? Like, does he look like he's up to no good?
It looks like he's just lounging. You see he has his elbows on the, backrest of his chair, kind of tilting it back a bit, and he's talking with these 2 other folks. He doesn't look upset or anything. Looks like he's hanging out.
And I'm so sorry, but when we ran into him previously, what happened, guys? I don't remember this guy at all.
We didn't even
running
really
into
run
him.
into him. We ran into him and saw him, and it was like a quick little do-to-do. But we know Drakkenforce is like one of like the
We
elite
saw him.
groups.
We know he's related to the Crow family. We kind of saw him having a discussion, and then he was leaving as we were entering. And then we've heard rumors of a Drakkenforce with a
Yeah.
I believe
They have
the Smash
described
Crow
to
in it.
you, the who is in this Drakkenforce, and when I say they, I mean the people we've talked to variously before here, and the description of a cat folk always stuck out. This looks like it's probably them.
We've heard rumors of these guys, and we have seen him as he left, I suppose, talking to the other members of the Crow family, but we have not had a conversation with these individuals before.
True.
Yeah.
Well,
And Alice has
okay.
probably said she wanted to talk to them.
Tina's gonna clock him, Brent. I'm keeping my eyes on him.
Okay.
Just because she's interested. Like,
Got it. All right. Well.
Yep. Oh, does anyone point out the headhunters, actually, that noticed them?
Yeah, Kalina and Lowe are the ones that would have spotted them.
Loey sees them, he doesn't say anything. He keeps drinking. If nobody wants more, Loey continues to have shots out of this bottle. So if people are giving him back their tumblers, he'll pour you more drinks, but he's going to keep trucking through this.
All right.
Alice isn't drinking at all.
Kalina, are you doing anything with what you see? Oh. If you're talking,
Hello?
we cannot hear you. Must be AFK. Alright. Well, anyway.
Wait, so nobody called them over?
Apparently not. Everybody just got to sit there.
These
Guys.
I didn't see them.
Of the people that noticed them, no, because 3 of us haven't.
Yeah, I thought you said mine was too low, right?
No, you rolled over 10. You saw them.
Yeah, if you got a 10 or higher.
Yeah, it's just Loey doesn't care right now. He's drinking for other reasons.
Oh, well, then I'll
Kalina
at least
notices
mention it, but I
headhunters.
won't
She does
really-
not notice Drakkenforce.
What did you say, Kalina?
I would at least mention, be like, oh, it's those guys. But I wouldn't, like,
Mhm.
call them.
Okay.
I'd wave
Well,
at
if you-
headhunters, but not at Drakkenforce.
Well, if you mention them, Bati will call them over.
Ah, shit.
Yeah,
Hunters? Yeah, Alice would too.
they wander in a bit. You see, they kind of chill at the bar, look around as you guys figure out what you want to do. And eventually they get close enough to where they see Kolabadi, Alice. You guys kind of look at them, wave, and they gather together and come over. Let's move these folks up here.
Welcome, welcome.
Hey! You see the halfling by the name of Odo here, says as he arrives at the table. Just for the stream again, I'm going to pop up this image, but I don't feel like you got to have it open. And let's do this. Sorry, Ron, grabbing butts, you got to go.
Nah, fine.
There we go. Okay, that's better. So, the halfling named Odo, he's kind of dressed in weathered traveling clothes. He has kind of a leather knee-length cape. He has long mutton chops, a mess of brown hair. You think you see leather armor on under his shirt and a hilt of some blade at his side. But yeah, Odo says, thanks for the invite. You see he looks around, and this guy, without asking, our large bugbear friend, he immediately just starts grabbing chairs from other tables and pulling them over. And people look at them kind of salty for a second, but don't say anything, considering this guy's pretty beefy. But then they all take a seat. Penny will come over and ask them for drinks. And the bugbear guy, this Bass, he goes, I don't care, something strong. And she goes, okay, and writes that down. And the others are more modest with their selections. You see Odo asks for a wine. Takra seconds that. And Therilyn here, our dwarf, you see she's looking at the bottle that Loey has and says in Dwarven, if you don't know, you don't understand it, but she says to Odo, I want one of those bottles. And then Odo goes ahead and asks them to order that up. Well, thanks for the invite, guys. I mean, we were down a week trying to get over some contamination. It was very bad.
Sorry to hear that. It's never easy.
You seen Hannah about it?
No, we had some resources that we found along the way in Drakkenheim that kind of help. And by resources, I mean some unsavory people at Buckle Down Row. But hey, you know, they were able to get the job done.
You went back down there after what happened when Kalina saved you?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. I mean, now, did we go over to where the big ogres and stuff are hanging out? Heck no. But hey, there's all types of stuff that you can kind of get there for the cheap if you know who you're talking to.
Fair enough.
And plus, I mean, Takra grew a tentacle, and we decided that we don't want to wait till we get back to maybe try to deal with that. But anyway, yeah. Takra says, yeah, the tentacle tried to strangle me.
Alright, it'll do that. You see Teased out there in Buckle Down Row. Told him what for, huh? Huh?
Well, we didn't run into him again. Like I said, you know, we were kind of in and out.
Yeah.
Shame.
Well, Odo says, I mean, we're good now after some rest. I mean, we're looking to get back out there. And Boz, our large bugbear here, you see this guy is kitted out in what looks to be some DIY armor, but sufficient enough. He has a large blade with him. He says, I feel myself losing strength every minute I'm in this mud hole. I must train. And Penny comes back with some drinks and puts it in front of him.
Well, what training are you under?
War trading. Odo goes, yeah, Baz has some beef with the Garmir.
What, they kill your, mate or something?
More than that, they slaughtered my whole tribe.
That's enough to have a... Yep.
You live in Drakkenheim?
No. We came there first. We were going to live in Drakkenheim, and then they came and slaughtered us. I barely got out. But I train, and I will bring war to them on behalf of my clan. He slams a drink and then slams it on the table.
I like you, bud.
And once I'm done training, I will take on the Lord of the Feast.
Who?
Takra goes, he's talking about the giant knoll, the big one that hunts people down around Drakkenheim. I mean, I'm not saying I'm going to be there for that, but, you know, everything leading up to that moment, I got your back, Baz.
Takra's the orc, right?
Yes, no. Takra is the orc. Yeah, you see he's dressed in what looks to be some, nice half plate here. He's kind of an ash color. Odo goes, I'm sorry, just a reminder, yeah, Odo, that's Takra, Baz, and Therilyn here. She's kind of new. She doesn't know Common that well.
Loy looks up and says, you're far from home in Dwarven to Therilyn.
You see she has her own bottle, and you see that she's just drinking straight from it. You see she looks at you and goes, "What's your family name?" This one says she's your kin, and points to Alice.
Aye. Goldbound. And you're not gonna get pissed all that swill, he says in Dwarven, pointing at the bottle that she's drinking.
I can tell. She swigs it again. She goes, "You're from Glimmer."
Chloe nods.
Told you.
Are there any other of our blood out here?
Yeah, but mostly you'll find the Iron Helms. They're in the city, hold up. Mining and whatnot. The Delirium. Yeah. They're at the Red Lion, if you want to do business with them.
I have other things I need to do, but I'm not surprised they're here making coin.
You here to get revenge for your bugbear friend, then? In Dwarven.
No, I must slay my sister.
What? How is that in Dwarven?
He laughs when she says that.
She looks straight at you. You can tell that she's dressed in, like, well-made studded leather. It looks like Dwarven craftsmanship. It looks like she's almost a soldier. You see red tattoo lines down her face. And you finally notice, all of you sitting down here, that she only has one hand. And a metal brace is fixed around the nub of the other. She seems well-trained using her single hand. Her movements are fluid. Belt pouches and weapons are on the good side, the complete side. She says she ran away to the crater to listen to the false prophet, and the Silverstones wish her struck down as she's an embarrassment to Gaadne.
What are you, a forge mistress of the Smith God, then? In Dwarven.
No, I would never claim myself to be such. I come from a long family of miners. Silverstone. And, you would know that, Loey, that these mining families are kind of the less fortunate tiers of, Glimmer society. You know these types rarely leave Glimmer Mountain and spend most of their life kind of in networks of townships in the hollowed-out subterranean layers of, Glimmer Mountain. And these clans are huge. They have, like, dozen or so family trees. Therilyn probably has a dozen siblings, triple the amount of cousins, and she probably knows them all by name. But you know, these folks are traditional and religious. You know, the kind of the salt or of the earth type of folk. Value family, hard work over most things. You know, they're kind of insular, and that maybe feeds their traditions and faith. Maybe your father would have got along with them. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, you carry weapons of somebody that served. You been with the Rangers, or are you part of, well, maybe the Hold Guard for the Thane? One of the two, I'd bet.
I was blessed by the Thane to come out here, yes, but I don't serve any of these people around here. These folks are okay, so far. She kind of just gives Takra and Baz and Odo like a side eye.
As long as you get paid, they're probably fine. He says the word.
Are you guys going to... Oh, well.
Alice is actually asking that in Dwarven to Therilyn. I know Odo can understand it, but she's asking that.
Odo pipes up.
Lost.
Yeah, you just see chatter going back and forth.
Like nodding as if I'm like, yeah, of course. Yep. It's probably like I have to kill my sister. Sure.
Odo pipes up though, and he says in common, addressing your question, Alice. He goes, "Well, we're looking at trying to make another run back up to College Gate. We got close. We're at Eckerman Mill, but then we had to bounce out of there because of the Furious Four. We got caught in a horde of these haze husks, and that pushed us further south, and then some of the Garmir attacked us, and Baz couldn't control himself. So, dealt with that, and by that point, we found out Takra was contaminated and had to go deal with that. So, I mean, the point is we're trying to get back up to College Gate. It's, from what we understand, the only unguarded gate leading into the inner city.
Unguarded in quotes, I imagine.
Well, yeah, I guess, I mean, you know, none of the factions are up there, but, we've heard...
What if we go and claim it together? And make it our headquarters?
Well, I don't know about headquarters, but yeah, I was thinking the same thing, that, maybe you guys could come along. Or we can meet up there. Tackle the gate together. I mean, I heard there's some strange phenomena going on around there, but I mean, with all of us, should be pretty easy.
Were there a lot of gnolls there when you went?
Hello?
A lot of what?
No, oh, not Garmir. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you said good. I just didn't hear you. You could have said Knowles.
I said gnolls.
Yeah, interchangeably. It was, well, they do go that far north sometimes, usually trying to pick off adventurers at Eckerman Mill, but for the most part, they hang around the sprawl. They set up a lot of traps and stuff out there. Last time, we went all the way around through the forest, trying to avoid them, but, you know, ran into problems out there.
Yeah, we've had a few issues in the forest ourselves.
Yeah.
I mean, are you guys looking to get into the inner city?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, great!
Yep.
I mean, what are we doing?
Why are you looking to get in the inner city?
Well, I mean, personally, we're kind of low on coin considering all the stuff we had to deal with, so we hear that the best types of treasure is inside the inner city walls. You know, if we can go ahead and nab something from there, it can help us out.
You have the delirium mining kit then.
Tucker goes, yeah, one of the first things we picked up.
Art.
Only real way to make coin out here.
I have two questions out of character, Brett.
Mhm.
The first one is about the Lord of Feast. Wasn't that I can roll history for this to answer if need. Wasn't that the Garmir that was holding the symbol or the what was it, the seal? One of the seals for the royalty at that place that they couldn't get inside the church? Am I going crazy?
Roll me a history.
Okay.
Have the notes.
I think that's right.
I've got the receipts.
Mm-hmm.
19.
You will recall that Knight Captain Theodore Marshall told you guys that the Garmir occupied St. Vitrovio's cathedral, and inside of that cathedral is the relics of St. Vitrovio, and one of those relics is one of the regalia for Westamar.
Oh, okay. So that was right. Okay. And then Tina wouldn't say anything to them. That was just for a coup. My second question as a player is, can I roll insight on these guys? Do they come off sleazy like box lunch or lunch boxed in?
Free lunch.
Free
And
lunch.
I'm with you, Tina.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I like
Boxed lunch.
I really like
Lunchbox.
lunchbox.
Lunch
I
box.
couldn't remember the name. I'm sorry.
I always
yeah.
call box lunch in my head too.
That's a 26.
You don't get any like underhandedness or sleaziness with these guys, but they do seem maybe a bit naive and maybe not as experienced as you would think.
Oh, okay. Okay. Tina kind of giggles.
You question
to
their
herself.
battle preparedness.
I like it. I like that they're naive.
Yeah?
What would be the split then? I mean, there's going to be delirium there, and there's going to be loot, probably.
Baz goes, you take the crystals. We keep any weapons or armaments that we find for the war. And Oda goes, well, hold on. We'll get to the whole war thing, Baz. We're looking for coin. So, 50-50, right? That's...
What, everything?
Baz goes, all the weapons.
Oh. How about this? If this does go through, clearly you are looking for armaments, armor, such as that, and we both clearly want coin, and we don't know exactly what else there might be. We can certainly defer armor and weapons to you. We're mostly well stocked upon that.
What?
And then as we have a little bit more priority on perhaps delirium with that regard, but we can certainly discuss the divisions of that plus anything that might be magical or useful with afterwards. Most of weapons and armor go to you, and we can probably discuss whether a 60-40 to 70-30 split for everything else, depending on what we find.
Says, well, how about this? 50-50 coins and gems, and if we run across something that's more powerful, a weapon or some armor, we get to decide who gets to take that, and then the next thing we find, the other party gets to decide if they want to keep that first.
I like that second one, but the first one, there's a problem with it, Takwa. Now, I haven't had enough of this Sandspire swill to go double-eyed here, but I count 1, 2, 3, 4, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And if we break that even, that means our cut's less than yours per person.
If it's that much of an issue, we can just break it up into 11-point shares. Would that suffice?
Thank you, Kalawati. Shares for everyone. That's their even split.
Odo looks at Takra, and Takra just shrugs and nods. Goes, well, all right then. I guess equal shares for equal people. I guess we're fine with that.
I have an addendum to that.
Alright.
There's something there that we're looking for specifically that is not included in this deal, since we already gathered the information for it.
Okay, I mean, are you asking us to? I mean, what are you looking for?
Oh, when we find it, we'll know. But when we find it, it's ours.
It's one thing, by the way. You don't have to worry about it being like all the delirium of the great king of Westamar.
It's nothing big, but
If
It is important to
that's
us.
not fair, I'd give part of my share to make sure that that's secured.
why do you have to do that?
Just
I would
because
give
then our
mine too.
group would
Now,
have
hold on,
one
you-
more thing.
Now, hold on, you two. Look, 11 equal shares. We can divide anything else up bit by bit, but coming in with our expertise and stuff, the one thing we're looking for in this deal, we get. We'll tell you what it is, and I will swear on my name and honor that we will not try to deceive you on any claim of that. But it is very important to us.
Baz goes,
We can't give it up.
we get first choice of magical weapon or armor.
You get first choice of the collection at the end once we have everything.
That's fair enough. But, I should say, there's actually not 11 shares, there's 12. We gotta go get somebody.
Good. That's actually true.
Oh yeah.
One share for each person. All right, so one share for each person in the group, which at this point is 12.
Mm-hmm.
We collect everything else. You get first dibs on the collection, and as long as we take the thing we're looking for and remove it outside the pile once it's done.
Sounds good to me. Sounds like you got a deal. This is great. So, when do we leave?
Contract?
No, contract.
No.
We're not a fucking bank team.
we're not making anybody's. But remember what happened last time? We didn't sign.
They'll betray us regardless of whether or not we signed some shiny piece of paper. Odo seems a good man.
The people before would have betrayed us even if we'd signed.
Okay. Well, I don't get any bad
fucking
energy
paper.
from them, so.
Ah, hear that? Tinu likes you. Maybe you'll get one of these things. And Loey jingles a cloth bracelet on his arm.
Baz goes, does it have magical words?
Magical word of friendship.
If you believe in it enough.
I could put a word on it, but then, well, it costs a lot of money. If you give me 100 gold, I can.
You know,
on yours.
When it gets wet, it lets you know that it's raining, usually.
I care nothing of rain.
If you give me... Hold on. Where is that spell? He digs
I
in
believe
her
that spell
brain.
is only good for stationary items.
Is it not stationary? It's on his arm.
Unfortunately,
he's not moving
out of character
yet.
coup, and this is kind of the thing where they realized the player malarkey would be afoot. Stationary means that the item can't be moved from where it's placed. So if it is a book, if you take the book off of the stationary area, it's no longer stationary.
Are you kidding me? That would have been really cool. Glyph of warding.
Like I said, that is one of the things where
they.
they looked at it. It's like, oh, we see player malarkey that could be happening. We can't let that.
The only way you get around that,
happen.
you need an extra dimensional space, and even then.
But it costs like freaking 100 gold.
Yeah.
I can't let it move around.
Nope.
Okay,
I'm
never
not
mind.
Otherwise, you can make a bomb. You can make a bomb with it. You can make.
I take
Well,
I
that's
take
what
all that
purpose is
back.
to make a
then.
bomb.
No, but it says that you can choose a spell, so I could put like any spell in it, which would be additional gold. But never mind if I can't do it then.
There are ways, but it's
look. After certain things happen, they spent a long time looking at the rules and saying, how do we stop players from making pocket nukes?
Yay!
And this is one of the ways.
Okay, Tina would say, "Oh, never mind. I forgot how my spell works. It doesn't work like that. So it just tells you when it rains."
And in a sense, it shows that our cleric likes you, and should you need aid and have that, we'd be certainly more willing to lend it to you.
I didn't know it meant all that.
I mean, it's a sign of friendship, right?
I can summon
I
you
suppose.
to my aid whenever I like.
No.
In a physical sense of asking and we will physically walk over, yes, but not magically, no.
As long as we're within shouting distance of you, sure.
That sounds worthless. And you see he just takes a drink.
It's not worthless. It shows you that you're not alone.
No, Tinu, nothing gets over Baz's head, all right? Clearly.
But it's okay, Tina.
Exactly.
It's not worthless. It's very pretty.
Well,
Don't be mad if you don't get one later.
Oda goes, yeah, this is great and all, but, we're ready to go when you guys are ready to go. Are we going to go there together? Do we want to meet up there? You said you needed to go get a friend or something?
Mm-hmm. We'd probably meet here in Emberwood and head off through Drakkenheim. Check our
Are we
way.
trying to do that before the other thing we're wanting to go do?
No, we've been following on that for several weeks. We owe it to them, don't we? Shouldn't we get that done first?
I think so.
Well, how about we meet you guys there? Eckerman Mill. We can meet you guys at Eckerman Mill. And then we tackle the gate.
Okay, so this is out of character real quick because we don't have the map in front of us. Eckerman Mill is the top north west of the map.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
It would make sense to do Reed Manor and then meet them at the mill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
Party on the other side of the river.
You meet up with them there, and then we can go.
Oh, is that the number 12 guy then? Because isn't Reed Manor the potion guy?
You guys take out your map and go ahead and unroll it here. Let's see.
Do we want to drag the potion guy all the way over there with us, though?
Well, we don't know if we have to bring him anywhere. We just have to
But what
investigate
if...
on with him.
Yeah, but if we have to bring him and he's not willing, we would be bringing like somebody who, unless we knock him unconscious.
That's kind of why I don't want to say let's do this when we're at Reed Manor, because we have no idea what's going on there. Maybe we get sent into like the inner city to go fight trolls on a bridge. I have no idea.
Yeah. So Eckerman Mill is up here, and then which one of these is?
7 is Reed Manor.
Yeah.
7.
Mm-hmm.
So we would start. We would go here, do all this. We would double back, and then cast. The gate is.
Yeah,
Well,
it's one.
Yeah, Odo will point on you guys' map right there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we have something near that area we would need to accomplish first due to some prior engagements, but yeah, we'd probably start doing that tomorrow, and then we can.
And I tell you what, if it goes well, we'll have a great place for you to be able to spend your coin for healing if you don't want to go to Buckle Down Row.
No
As long as it's legit, yeah. I mean, you guys can try to rest at Eckerman Mill. We know that, adventurers camp there overnight. I mean, sometimes if there's, potent haze around, you can't get a rest there, but most of the time it's fine.
I would like to get out of the house.
Is that far out enough?
Can I insight check him on
spells-
that?
Yeah,
Sure.
I would inside check that as well.
Tinu would ask him, is that far out enough that spells work? Like protection spells? Like Liam's tiny hut? Should ask them.
Ron, I mean, you get a sense that he believes what he's talking about. Yeah. Because, well, like I said, I mean, it's kind of hit or miss. I would say that, 2 out of 3 coin tosses, the answer is yes. Then there's that one time where, the crater's really active and there's a lot more haze around and not so much.
As long as you're willing to wait and we get our prior engagement done, it might work. Brent, what side of the river is Camp Dawn on?
Camp Dawn is actually south of here. It's closer to Emberwood than it is Drakkenheim.
Yeah. And it's on the east side of the river then, right?
It is... No. It's still on the south side. Yeah, you going to Camp Dawn, you never see the river. It must curve back upwards and continue west.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If we're gonna rest there, we're probably gonna have to leave the man.
We're willing. It sounds like we're willing to do this, but we have something to take care of first, and we can let you know when we're ready. If you have something else you can do in the meantime, we've got to get a few people rested up from their own healing from contamination, get something done, and then we'll be available.
All right. That sounds good to me. I mean, we have still a few coins, so we're gonna stock up and get ready for the road. Look, just send a message through Big Guy Aldor. He's pretty good about getting messages locally around here pretty fast. We'll check in with him, and then I guess we'll probably head out before you guys, and we'll hang out at Eckerman Mill.
You'll probably hear from me personally when you're ready. When we're ready, in your head. Tinu says.
Well, okay. I mean, long as we're here in Emberwood, I think that should be fine. But if we're in Drakkenheim, who knows if it works?
Respond. Oh wait. Oh, Drakkenheim. Okay, yeah, I forgot about that.
But we should be here. I mean, we don't plan on going. We don't plan on doing any side quests. We'll go ahead and say.
For a couple days.
Couple days, yeah.
That should give us enough time to get all our previous engagements in order. Sorry for the.
Talker goes. So, are you guys gonna perform?
Are you?
No. I'm looking for entertainment.
Tinu
You know what?
wants to.
Hey, Brent.
Somebody...
Yes.
I came here to drink, not to do
The
anything.
next time Penny came around, I went ahead and got another bottle of the whiskey.
Oh, if you're buying Ron,
Got
it. Loey will throw 2 gold at you if you let him drink some of that.
Ron throws it back at you and fills up your glass.
You have all right, cool, yeah. Drink.
Are we doing the things now? Tina would get up, forgetting that she's tied to Louis. She gets up and tries to get over the bench or thing, and she trips and falls. Ah!
Oh dear.
Ow! She'll untie it, and then I'll tie it to Ron, my side of the rope to Ron, so Louis can't go anywhere. And she'll go, okay, I'll go. And I guess.
Are you all right?
On stage.
Boss
Yeah, I
goes,
think I'm okay.
Smart. Always be ready. You never know when somebody can come take you.
I love it.
Alice will just be cracking up at that and like elbow Louis.
Ron ties it to the table instead of himself as she walks away.
This guy over here goes, hey, you're gonna have to get up on the sign-up sheet.
Okay. Oh, wait. I go back and I go
Sure.
talk to him.
All right. Does anybody else plan on doing something here? A little performance. See if you can earn some moolah.
Alice will look at Ron. Do you still want to do your thing?
Ron nods.
Am I signing up or are you signing up?
You. Of course.
Whoever's signing up is doing the checks.
Brent,
Yes.
That party upstairs with the Caspian Knight, they're still there, right? Because I've been watching them this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay, I think Alice told us she wanted to talk to them, and I believe Tina would remember this and remember what they told us about them. So after signing up, Tina would come and tap Alice. I think that guy you wanted to talk about is upstairs, up there. And she points to where they are.
And Alice will look up.
Yeah, you see them up there.
All right, we'll keep an eye on him. I'll go talk to him after we get a little fun in, because Ron wants to do something. Ron, you want me to sign up or you want to sign up, buddy? I mean, it's really your thing. I'm just here for you.
Yeah, but you know why I can't, so you have to sign up.
All right, and Alice will go sign up for her and Ron.
When Alice leaves the table, Loey will lean over to Theron and in Dwarven ask, so your sister then? She the one that took your hand?
No, that happened in a mining accident.
She's pissing on Gabney then, eh?
Aye, she is. And disrespecting our whole clan.
How much is that honor worth to you then?
That I'm wearing?
No, I mean, you want to put out a bounty on her then? In Dwarven.
You see, she kind of leans back and seems to think about that.
I know you don't have any
No.
coin now.
She may run. Or get word. What I do know is that she's at that monastery near the crater. Hence why we need to get inside the inner city.
So you're gonna go there with those three and fight every mad cultist in there?
Of course not. We're gonna evaluate the situation and then see what I need to do to get her alone.
You any good at going and being quiet?
As quiet as we can be. Or maybe from a distance.
With him, in his armor, you don't look like a ranger, no offense.
She looks at Talker and goes, well, this is the help that I have right now. But we'll see how things develop. But if I know she is sleeping there and staying there, then there may be a way to lure her out.
Well, if your plan doesn't work, and you feel like making sure that she's dead and you want a bit more help,
I'm always willing to accept a bounty from a good, faithful of Gabney.
She frowns and she goes, "You should know better than that, Goldbound." She leans at the table. She goes, "This is more than just a job for coin. This is getting back the respect for my clan. If you do it, it doesn't mean anything."
If you can't do it, better that she dies than that she doesn't.
Well, if it comes down to that, then maybe you'll be better served getting word just back to Glimmer Mountain. Assuming you're alive yourself.
I'm not going anywhere.
Why are you here?
Debts.
That's why you shouldn't have messed with outsiders. Huh?
You don't run the roads, so I'll take your lack of knowledge being a miner with a grain of salt, but you have to deal with outsiders when you're doing trading. Only way that Glimmer lived to this point.
Well, if you have to deal with these outsiders, then outsider problems is what you get.
That's why you got those three.
She gives a side eye to you. She goes, "Well, I guess you make a good point."
Like I said, if you want a good, let's call it a good craftsman for good craftsman's work, come find us and we can work something out.
Ah, I see. Huh. For a minute, I thought you were suggesting that the bounty would go to you and you would go find her for me, but for some better armaments, definitely.
Either or. I got connection. But you need coin. Like Odo was talking about. You don't have a lot in your pocket. Maybe after your job.
Aye. Alright, if nobody else is signing up, you see our guy sitting on a stool here. He goes, "Last call! Last call, and we starting!" So I assume Alice went up and signed up, and so did Tinu here.
Nobody else is signing up? Torn?
Free money.
Weak.
Free money.
Warren will give it a shot.
There you go. You get up, and you go over and put your name down on the paper here.
What the heck? Some kind of fun tonight.
Oh, Brian, I'm gonna message you what Alice signed up as, by the way.
Okay.
As per Nova's request.
Brent knows what's coming. I just don't want to say it. That's what makes it.
No, that's why I wanted to let him know so he can announce it properly for you. You're the star of the show, bud. I'm just here to help.
Okay. All right. So, you see that our host here, or the guy with the sign-up sheet, he goes, all right, he claps, and you see some people begin to calm down and pay attention to the stage. There's a few acts before yours, and they go on stage, perform, and you see more and more people begin to pile in, and, they go ahead and applause. Or laugh, maybe sometimes even boo. Some of the acts you see are two adventurers telling kind of mediocre jokes. You see some other Drakkenheim explorers drags onto stage what looks to be a large glass terrarium with a bunch of rocks and stuff kind of filled halfway up in it. You see that one of them pulls out what looks to be a small vial of purplish powder and then dumps it into the center, and you suddenly see like a vortex in this gravel materialize, and this worm-like creature pop out and in a fury gobble up all of this purplish powder. This thing is about as long as like maybe one of you guys' arms, and it has spines all over it, and it then burrows itself back into the gravel. You see people kind of gasp and go, don't worry, it's all good. We're gonna train it. Huh? And people...
Nothing could possibly go wrong.
Of course not. And people give slow claps, to this. And, lastly, you guys see a trio of old gnomes climb up onto stage, and they looks like they have a trumpet, a guitar, and some other instruments. And they begin performing a blues-like song. Loey called it at the beginning of the session. At the beginning, I will give you inspiration for calling it, but you're only gonna have it. They began playing a song aptly titled, I Left Willie in the City. After this, Tinu,
Oh no.
you get called up first.
Okay.
Eyes of patrons follow you as you come up on the stage.
So, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna actually sing, but when I get to the chorus, can I cast and sing at the same time? I think so. I'm gonna cast Sentinels of the Spoon. This is verbal. Yeah. I guess I will stop in the middle of singing and cast it. So it'll be kind of derpy, but okay. So she's gonna cast that at the chorus.
Waving so that it looks cool.
Yeah, so it's gonna wave around me
Mhm.
to make it look cool. Okay. Oh no. Okay, ready? This is totally not the song I was gonna sing, but I told Brett I would sing this for him before.
Do it.
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other tiefling. I just wanna tell you how I'm feeling. Gotta make you understand. And then she stops and Sentinel Spoons, and she casts it real quick. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down, never gonna run around and desert you, never gonna make you cry, never gonna say goodbye, never gonna tell a lie and hurt you.
Rick rolled. Yes, we're going to roll me a performance here. And roll with advantage as you have given yourself some hedges.
Come on, Tinu, please, we need gold. Oh no, 11. Boo.
When you get done,
Okay.
one guy, he coughs, and there's a slow clap.
She looks dejected, and she goes, okay.
The performance is a 20, but a couple people are upset they got rickrolled, so they're not showing that they enjoyed.
That's exactly, yeah, you see some eye rolls, you're like, one person, this happened last week. And, alright, roll 2d6 for me.
And
You get whopping 8 gold as some people throw some coins, assorted coins onto account. I did. I gave her 2d6 gold. There you go.
That's better than nothing. She says.
you know what? Out of character, out of game, too. That was really, really good.
I will give you inspiration
Amazing.
It was awesome.
for the effort.
Thanks.
Yes, loved it. If there wasn't a thing such as copyright, I would have loved to queue up that instrumental, but
Yeah.
Anyways, all right, Tino, you step down. Next, you see, he looks at he goes, Allison, Mr. Nibbles. Allison, Mr. Nibbles.
Oh my god.
Alice will get up
Disappears under the table.
and head to the stage. And these people that are on the stage with us, they're like they'll do the music for you kind of thing.
Yeah, you see that they made bank. They're still getting some coins here. Yeah, they look at you like, hey, what do you want to do? And they'll change the tune up to whatever.
Yeah, something fun, upbeat, something everybody wants to dance to. What she'll tell them.
All right. They look at each other and let's see here. What is this?
And Brent, what does everybody see that crawls out from under the
Oh,
table?
I haven't called you out yet.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But we'll get there. I gotta set you up, Ron.
She sees
Old man.
Ron's coming out. No, not yet.
I love how excited Ron is.
I do too, and I want to set him up. You.
All right. I don't have too many happy tunes. This is what you get. They everybody looks expectingly.
Yeah, and Alice will kind of look around at everybody and say, "Are you all ready to see Mr. Nibbles? Does anybody know Mr. Nibbles? I think he's a little shy. I think everybody should call for Mr. Nibbles." And she'll kind of like put her hands up trying to get people to call out for him.
Get on the fucking stage, Mr. Nibbles! Oh, shit.
Mr. Nibbles! Mr. Nibbles! You see, Mr. Nibbles! 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 People begin banging on the table.
Yeah, and Alice will clap into it and say, "All right, Mr. Nibbles, they want you."
And out from under the table pops.
Describe how this happens.
In his little view of everybody, but not enough to flip over the table as he casts Wild Shape. A giant hamster comes out from underneath the table and gets on stage.
Mr. Nibbles is bigger. You guys see a small hamster come up on stage and immediately grow to a massive size. Baz immediately draws his weapon.
Towards it. No. We're okay.
You gotta cheer him on. I think he needs more help, guys. Tell him to dance. Come on.
Yeah.
Do you want to see Mr. Nibbles dance?
Yeah, do a little dance, you overgrown rat.
Dance! Dance! Dance!
Yes, Mr. Nibbles.
Dance!
And Ron begins to do the hamster dance.
And Alice will step back to give him the stage.
That's so
Is it
cute. What the
as
fuck?
it is as oh my god.
All right.
I'm trying to give words, but I have no words.
That's so cute.
You start doing the running man as the hamster on the stage here. A few tumbles too, as the hamster would do. Maybe you even crawl over and get in the face of some of the patrons and sniff at them and show your teeth. And then you maybe moonwalk back to the stage. Who knows? Let's see here though. I'm going to say, you can roll. We're going to do 2 rolls here and take the higher of the 2. I'm going to say, Alice, you can roll me. A performance. Both of you guys roll me a performance. Let's see what we get.
An advantage?
No, both of you guys just roll individually. And
Oh,
we're going to
we
take the
have
higher.
Inspiration.
And we're going to take the higher of the rolls.
Okay. Because I still have an inspiration, and we have to call inspiration before we roll it in this game. Is that correct?
No,
Or-
you can see the result and before I tell you like what
No, I
the
did persuasion.
thing is,
Shit.
yeah.
It should actually only be a 20, not a 23.
And Ron's gonna burn his inspiration to re-roll his performance.
Mine should only be a 20. I rolled the
Wow.
wrong thing. I'm sorry.
A 20 though, and then a reroll.
And a 17.
So a 17 from the hamster and a 20 from the hamster's lovely assistant.
Yeah, Alice was back there clapping along and calling out people and like, yeah, give them the praise, absolutely.
You see people stand up, Mr. Nibbles! You know, some people shout and scream as they love it. You see one drunk guy tries to get up on. He tries to grapple you, Ron.
Trying to,
He rolls a 9.
trying to. He just has to hug Mr. Nibbles right
I don't
now.
have the stat block open, so I'm just gonna do 1d20, 14.
Somebody tries to get on your back and ride you. What do you do?
Oh my god, these people are crazy.
I know,
I
right?
shake him off, and then I drop a giant hamster pellet on him.
Yo, everybody laughs. And that even gets more cheers. They drag this guy off stage. And whoever wants to do it. Actually, Alice, you can roll me 5d6, and Ron, you can roll me 5d6.
Heck yeah.
Oh my god, Tina's like, oh my god, these people are so uncultured.
Next time, honestly, tell some poop jokes.
I know, exactly.
Lie
That's
in
what I'm gonna
someone's
do.
face.
I'm gonna do
That's all you
stand-up comedy.
Encore! Encore! As coins land and shower onto the stage, looks like you get a total of 33 gold pieces.
And thus begins Tinu's revenge arc against Mr. Nibbles.
Call him for an encore.
Yes!
Alright,
Encore!
Alice will look over. Oh, okay. Alice would look over at Ron, put her hand out with the expectation. You gonna dance with me?
Yeah, he will.
Yeah, and she'll dance with the hamster.
Hey!
Do the do-si-do and cha-cha slide and all that.
Roll me 2 more. Each one of you roll a performance. We'll take the higher.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
use my inspiration. Oh, never mind. Ron got 20. I'm not
with
gonna
low
use
20.
it. Yeah, look at
She
us,
starts to trip, I pick her up.
Yes, you see, people begin to get up and like mimic your moves. People are excited. You have to get. Oh, it says you must exceed your previous check. On the nose, close but no cigar. But they will give you. Roll me 5d6. They don't ask for another encore though.
I'll
We've
let
seen
Alice.
enough.
No, you go ahead.
Okay.
This is your thing, babe.
14.
You get an additional 14 gold pieces, Loey. You're watching this as all these gold coins just landing on the on the stage.
Oh, Loey's busy with Ron's bottle because he's dancing. Let me know if I need to make any con saves, Brent.
No, you're fine for now.
I'll collect the gold, but I'll hand it to Ron. So Ron added to your sheet.
All of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice haul there. All right. Torrin!
Yeah. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna follow up that, but I'm gonna give it my damnedest.
Torrin.
If Torrin's going up, Alice will just start yelling, "Give him just as much as you gave Mr. Nibbles!" and start cheering to try to amp up the crowd for him.
Yep.
Since they're still on a high.
Yeah, Torrin the Magnificent, or whatever.
Yeah.
Ron goes back to being a lizard. After it's done.
Yep.
This guy's sitting behind you here. You can feel him like touch your shoulder. What was that?
I'm sorry, just the Mr. Nibbles love is getting to me.
Yeah, this guy touches your shoulder.
But Ron is back to Ron though, right?
I know.
Lizard man.
Yeah.
He's like, what the fuck? You see, he's just rubbing your shoulder, Ron. But anyway, Torrin.
Yeah.
You climb up on stage and people look at you.
All right. I guess I'm gonna try to make this Arcana, but I'm going to attempt to use. And I'm probably not gonna use Twilight for this, but I'm gonna basically use Prestidigitation to try to create an sort of a illusionary humanoid figure. I'm gonna bring out. Let me look at my character sheet just to make sure what this. Just to be absolutely sure. A hammer, a war hammer that I still have, and I'm gonna basically do a mock fight with this illusionary double and do just do a choreographed like show.
Hey! Excellent.
I don't know if that's athletics or Arcana, but
I will say this is more Arcana, as you are trying to battle this thing and at the same time manipulate it using this low spell. Go ahead and roll me an Arcana.
Okay, yeah, I'm using my inspiration.
Do it.
Hey, at least we're getting the low rolls out right now.
Oh my god!
Yeah, Alice is in the crowd doing the appropriate ooh.
Yeah, I'm doing like again, it's very much fake, but I'm doing charges. There's jumps. There's a moment where it seems like I'm gonna lose, but I push them back. Like I'm hamming it up, but like it's clearly a show, but it's a show.
You hear Boz goes, he left his left flank exposed! You should not do that! Guard better!
The Ren Fair!
But he's like very much into it as he's watching you fight this illusionary version of a fighter or yourself. And at the end, you stand up. Yeah.
I would like to mention real quick that this illusionary double is similar in height, and if I don't know if you want to make a roll for this, but there is a certain look to this character, Brent.
Oh really? What does he look like?
Let me put it in my section.
Yeah, if it's who I think it is, I can show an image.
Yeah. Put it in the specific one, not the official the emblem.
The party, you guys see Torin battling a young man similar to himself. All right, and that roll, sir, roll me 10d6, and let's see what we get. You hear, encore, encore, encore!
And that clearly looks very similar to Torin, but clearly much more of an elf than Torin's orcish features.
Oh, I was just thinking that. He's not green! But Tina wouldn't say that out loud.
40 gold pieces.
Nice!
Encore! Encore!
I'll give it a shot. This is going to be just more of a basic magic show of lights and effects, maybe a little some fireworks of Mr. Nibbles.
Got it. All right, go ahead and roll me another Arcana. Let's see what happens. I don't know if you can beat a 27. Probably not.
Oh my god, I've gotten 2 like 3 times tonight.
No. You know what? Before you even get done, you hear.
Yeah.
Well, we're done.
Fire
on the stage.
He's Bannon.
Oh my gosh.
Make out with the elf.
You hear? Ah!
Literally a 1 or even if it was 1 higher, it wouldn't even have been a boo. Jeez, what's wrong with me tonight?
That's true. You go take a seat, and other patrons get up, visibly excited at all of you guys' showings. You see, Odo looks at us like, man, you guys are so talented. I mean, this is crazy.
Yeah.
And so you guys, why are you here? You're looking for a thing. Is that it?
I mean, that's just one of the things we're with up there that we're looking for, but it's, yeah.
Boz goes, with your martial skill, we could be band of brothers in war.
Oh. I think that's a proposal there, Torin. You should take that seriously. I was jealous of the elf.
He's gonna give Louis a look.
He's got a shit-eating grin, holding a tumbler of whiskey.
Torin's gonna take your tumbler and down it.
It'll be glorious to die in battle with you.
All right.
And well, there's your kiss, Louis. Hope you enjoy it.
Ah.
Ew.
Yeah. I thought it would have been funny.
Certainly.
All right, what else
Well,
are you guys doing?
So
Certainly would look forward to fighting side by side and whatever he's got me here later. Guess more to look forward to.
What do you call yourselves?
Knifebites. Strong name.
Yeah.
It is. Headhunters is more fearsome, but it's good enough. At this moment, oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, usually, Kalina like drinks socially with people, but she's had 3 glasses of whiskey.
Yeah, everybody would have 3 shots from the first bottle.
So she's going to turn to Alice and be like, Addie, I need to apologize to you.
For what?
Or for earlier at the bank and with Loey, and I didn't know what the bell meant, and I thought it was a bad sign, and so then I panicked, but then you got beat up.
And so did you, pretty girl.
But
Hey.
you're too pretty to get beat up, and I have armor.
Hey.
So you should let me do that. And there's a lot that's going on right now, and I feel like we're kind of getting fucked no matter what happens. And Tinu always says not to waste time because you don't know what's gonna happen next. And then Giannis is missing, but it could have been any of us.
Mm-hmm.
Would you want some food? Not like maybe not normal
Aw,
food.
it's
Like we have
adorable.
food and rations, but like I could make you food.
You would cook for me?
I would like to.
Alice is just big old grinning at her. Yeah, I'd like you to do that.
And Kalina will get a huge smile and then kiss her on the cheek and take another drink.
Alice is as red as her hair. And she'll kind of look over at Louis. I want to go talk to somebody.
Yeah,
Please?
sure. Oh yeah, let's go. Ron, your bottle it disappeared, and he
Puts the bottle down.
Here you go. I found it on the ground.
It's spilled over there, and he points at another random table.
Tinu, get the bottle.
Oh yeah, I grabbed the bottle and I put it in my bag of holding. 1 bottle. Yes.
Should really
I-
talk
I-
to that Penny lady.
Louis, are you really trying to get me to go off on somebody tonight?
Yeah, I haven't had a good one yet. Let me know if you have fun. I'd love to bite some knives. Might be fun. Or who would talk to? Come on, Andy, let's go.
Hang on, Louis. And she'll reach over and untie Louis.
No, let him
Oh yeah, he's
Alice is sober. I'm sorry. She would not let Louis fall on his ass.
Tino has.
Tino yelled. I literally yelled at you over the
He'll be
table.
on his own this time, though. It'll be different.
And she pulls her rope under the table, just glares at Alice.
Alice will just kind of like smile at Tinu, and as her and Louis go to find the stairs and she passes by Collis, she'll kind of let her hand graze her shoulder.
Hey, see, now I gotta cue up some ooh. You remember the 90s sitcoms? Whenever
Yeah.
ooh, I need to find it. Boz goes, I'm late for my meditation.
Huh?
And Odo goes, yeah. You see he rubs bridges up his nose. A couple days, we'll be looking out for a message, but I think we want to go ahead and get back to the farm here. Boz gets a little rowdy if he doesn't meditate.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. Glad we could work this out, and thanks for joining us. You've certainly made this a heck of an evening.
Thank all you guys. Can't wait to go ahead and tackle College Gate together. You see that they all get up, and
Did they empty their bottle? I take their bottle too, right?
Boz watches you take the bottle, but he doesn't do anything. And then you see that they bid their goodbyes, and they begin to, they pay the coin for their drinks, and that'd be funny if they just left you guys with the tab.
Yeah.
See you later. Appreciate it. And but no,
Oh no,
they
Tinu would offer to pay the tab for them because they said they were low on gold. So in like good faith, Tinu would pay it back.
Odo looks at Takra like, I ain't gonna say no. Really appreciate it, guys.
Yep. Invite you out, and she'll give you some cushion for when we have to finish our thing before we meet up.
Yeah, because you have to wait.
Yeah. You see Takra on a little napkin that he has. He slides across to you guys, and you see that there's rough directions to their farmhouse. And he goes, just in case you lost them. And they leave you with that.
Be safe. How much is it for them, Brett?
They got a bottle for 20 gold.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, they had a couple drinks of wine. Hold on. All right, now I gotta calculate it up here.
Let's got a bottle and there were 2 things of wine. That's what you said.
Yeah. So that looks like 21 gold pieces.
Okay, I was like, if it's 50 gold, I'm gonna be so upset.
I mean, if it was at that much, then Torn would absolutely help you with that.
Okay.
Like,
Thank you. Okay, 21.
Theoden comes back really quick, and before you put the bottle away, she like takes it from you, Tinu, and she like drains the last drops out of it, and then she hands it back, and then she goes.
I'll pull out the other one and I'll hand it to her so she can like get the drops out of that one too.
No, Chloe already drained that. That one's empty.
Oh, okay. Then they both go back in my bag. Tina waves here. Bye.
All right, as you guys are talking about, I guess, doing something different, Torin.
Oh, Alice got up and tried to pull Louis down the bar.
Yeah.
And, like, as soon as they're a little bit away from the table, she'd be like, where the fuck are the stairs? Where the fuck are the stairs? I don't know what's going on right now.
By the fancy lady. He points to the man of her shell.
All right. She'll let Louis steer her. She's a little distracted at the moment.
Okay, yeah, he brings you over and leads you upstairs.
Yeah, Madame Rochelle gives you guys a bottom. See you having a great time. Amazing performances. Yes, please stay longer. Buy things. As you guys goes up the steps there. And as you guys come up here, Torin, you hear from above you on the second story balcony your name called. Torin! Torin!
What? Yeah, excuse me for a moment, and I'm gonna go and see what's going. Gonna go up the stairs and see what's going on with that.
You look up and you see leaning over the balcony is this cat folk waving at you, like apparently they know you. But you chase after Alice and Loey and head upstairs.
Yeah.
I sent Ellie with Torrent. Did I see this first of all? Did
Yes.
Tinu notice this? Okay, Tinu sends Ellie with Torrent so he's not by himself, so he doesn't get kidnapped. Since I can't tie rope that long.
Of course. All right, the rest of you downstairs. Are you just gonna chill? You're gonna do something different? Let me know before I get into this.
Well, Bati's going to slink to the other side of the table, sitting next to Kala. It's like, Spill.
There's not a lot to spill yet, right? Right?
I think they like each other. Tinu says from the other side of the table.
Oh, do you have any particular meal you're planning? I can always assist if you, or if you have any recipes you're not sure of.
I kind of said it before I thought it out. I always helped Mom prepare all the things, and I'm really good at, like, preparing the root vegetables and, like, cleaning fish, but I've never cooked them. So I don't actually know what I'm gonna do.
Well, call about my patter hand. Don't worry, Auntie Bati will show you just exactly how the best meal you can cook with what was available.
I got you. Yes.
I would really appreciate that.
All right. Anybody doing anything else down here?
Ron's dreaming that Louis polished off the bottle after, not letting him pay for his shot. So there's going to be hell to pay tonight when we all get back. Just saying. You might have some bad dreams.
Uh-oh. All right. You guys march upstairs. And eventually, you know what? They keep doing their thing. As you guys approach the table here, let's see what goes down. So you see, sitting at the table is a human knight that looks to be maybe in his mid-20s. He's dressed in battered plate mail. He has what they call the Caspian tan, and he has thick, slick-back brown hair that kind of covers his head, equally thick beard, sitting on his strong jawline. He has a royal blue cape that is kind of pinned to the collar here, and it flows down his back, and the cape seems to have some symbol on it, but it's faded and hard to read. He has a sheath greatsword that's latched to his side, and leaning against the rail close to him looks like a long spear made of polished copper. He seems to carry himself with dignity, and he sits shoulder square, head held high, and there's this kind of provocative wandering gaze he has looking around. Next is this cat oak, and these are the images we got for our guys here. One.
That lance looks so cool, and I want it.
Yes. Next is, of course, this catfolk creature. Let's go ahead and see here. Up close, you can tell that their fur is like the color of the night sky and kind of gleams in the lighting of the gilded lily. Their eyes are more amber than green. You see pointed cat ears seem to tilt towards whatever this feline is looking at. Looks like it wears tight leather armor that is fixed to its slender body and fitted for maybe maximum flexibility. The cat wears also a dingy kind of blue shell, and next to the table is a well-made quiver with fine arrows and a traditional longbow that also looks well used. And you see, this creature has curious but quick eyes, and it sweeps each of you, but focuses in on Torin as he comes up the steps. You notice its tail kind of flops excitedly. We got our guy there. And lastly, but not least, is a young man, also most likely maybe in his mid-20s. Pointed ears betray him to be a half-elf rather than human. You see dirty goggles hold back a mop of red hair. A thin beard is just kind of coming in on his sunburned but paled freckled face. He wears dusty purple long coat with faded gold trim. And under the coat you can see a system of waist and chest belts with various pouches and baubles. The rest of his outfit is well worn. traveling clothes, and you don't seem to see any weapons. And this guy lounges in his chair. The ankle of one of his legs is kind of propped up on his other knee, arms hanging off the edges of the chair backrest, and there's a skeptical look on his face. And as you guys approach, you see on the table between them is a notebook. There seems to be something elaborate in it, but before you can get closer, you note that a red-haired fellow shuts it. As you catch up, Torin, this catboat creature, in a whispery, feminine voice, you hear, "I know you! You remember me?"
Can I roll history to see if I remember this person?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Well, it's not 2.
Vaguely familiar? You think maybe related to somebody that you've known in the past, but you're uncertain of that relationship. It must have been when you were very young, but besides that, nothing rings a bell.
I'm vaguely, but I'm sorry, a lot's been happening, and I not entirely know.
You see the catfolk kind of backs up as you guys greet them here at the table. A redhead fellow looks at the catfolk and goes, "How much do you owe them, Via?" And this cat, apparently named Via, goes, "I took up stealing after everyone went to shit. Don't poison the well this early." And the redhead guy kind of throws up his arms and goes, "My bad, carry on." Theo turns back to you, Torin. Theo Sinja? The Chancellor's daughter. Chancellor Brathis?
Oh! I mean, wow, I'm sorry I didn't recognize you. It's been way too long.
The redheaded guy goes, "I know, the resemblance in the family is quite stark, isn't it?" Kind of snorts.
Yeah. More of a lot of stuff going on currently.
Vio just rolls her eyes. "I forget that we mature much faster than most folks. It makes sense you wouldn't remember. Plus, we only saw each other once.
Yeah.
I do have a good memory. Okay, so you were at my, adoption ceremony with all the other kids? I think you had a brother?"
Yes. Takrin.
Yes. Your father was very nice. He was very kind. He mentioned us all getting together, but obviously that never happened. She was too busy getting in trouble with yours truly, the red-headed guy says. And Viho goes, "That I was, Carrot Top." Viho focuses back on you, Torin, and gestured for you guys to pull up a chair and take a seat.
Yeah.
Well, what a coincidence. I thought your father, well, your whole family, perished in the meteor fall. You could tell she's kind of thinking out loud and goes,
"Yeah, no,
I guess that's why your father came to the castle that day."
Yeah, he told the rest of us to get out, and we were able to leave with my mother and my brother and I left the city. we weren't sure what was happening at the time, but then we saw it fall, and he had went back to the castle. Haven't seen him since.
You can tell, like, her demeanor falls a bit, and her tail twitches nervously. I was hoping that you might have came across my father, or know what became of him. I'm just looking to know the truth, and anything would have helped, but it sounds like no.
Unfortunately, no. I'm honestly trying to figure out exactly what happened to my own father that day.
He was at the castle that day.
Yeah. And yet, I know I feel it, and maybe it's just a false hope or a blind hope, but I feel something in my gut that maybe there's something more.
Well,
at least I have to see it, want to see it for myself. I guess that's why I'm here.
I can tell you that on that day, I'll never forget it. Your father came tearing through the castle. It was early in the morning. I was just sneaking back from visiting Carrot Top here in Emberwood. I saw your father. You can tell that she's thinking quite hard. He was running up to the main palace, and he looked covered in blood. The royal guards, they chased him a bit. I was a bit curious, so I trailed him. It wasn't hard. I mean, he was screaming throughout the whole palace. He went to his study in the steward's tower. I think he met with his attendant, Malcolm, who was already up and about, I guess. He shouted at the poor man and gave him some orders, and then Malcolm rushed somewhere. I want to say he left the castle, but I didn't see him again. Your dad eventually came back to the antechamber, and the royal guard, they restrained him. Then she says grimly, then Anika showed up. Anika never liked your father much, I don't think. She was yelling at him. Then the queen and her cadre showed up. The queen was trying to calm him down, but he was hysterical. It was messy. Anika got in his face, and then she said something, and your father slapped her, and then that's when the royal guard drug him away. He was screaming a bunch of stuff. I'm not sure what it was all about. Something about getting to the tunnels. The canal under Castle Drakkenheim. And then the king finally showed up, and he looked confused. I mean, the rest of the day went on as normal. I napped, and around late noon, I headed back out to Emberwood, and Carrot Top and I hung out. Then I went back to Drakkenheim, and I was almost to the castle when I noticed everyone stopped and began looking up and pointing, and I did the same. It looked like a bright purple star in the sky, and it got bigger and bigger. And I got a feeling in my gut something bad was going to happen, so I ran in a building and hid, and the owner was yelling at me and telling me to get out, but then 10 minutes later, you can see she swallows hard. You can almost see the terror in her eyes. And then it hit. And you see the red-headed man goes, all right. I think that's enough, Vio. I think we get it.
He's right. You don't have. I remember seeing it as well. Like, you don't need to go any further than that. But
I never made it back to the castle. I think your dad knew it was coming, but I don't know how. He was trying to tell everyone and no one listened.
no, I remember that I don't know entirely how he knew too, but I remember him waking up in the night. I remember waking up. He was hysterical. He told my mother, probably one of the first times he ever yelled at her. He told her to take us and leave. He was going back to warn them, to try to get them out. I guess they didn't listen.
Vio shakes her head. I hope my dad made it underground and maybe escaped. There's rumors that say that some people say they saw the Queen in the inner city after the meteor hit.
Wait, are you the Queen? Are you certain? I know it's rumors, but where?
I'd imagine the Queen's Park. I think that's where some of the underground tunnels from Castle Draken lead. But it's just rumors. We haven't found anything substantial yet. I'm hoping maybe my dad, maybe yours, was with her.
A hope is a hope, but it's better than nothing. And if there is something there, then thank you.
Well, maybe we can. And then the red-headed guy goes, hold on a second. Shall we?
Right.
Before we just start telling everyone what we're up to, you see he looks at this knight and Vio.
Right, of course.
Obviously, you know Vio, but who are you and who are these people? You see gestures to Alice and Loie.
Of course, forgive me for dominating the conversation like that. I've been very rude. I'm Torin. Torin of I guess knowing Vio, I can say Torin of House Grendel. I'm the son of the steward of Drakkenheim and part of the group called the Knifebites. These are two of my compatriots. This is Alice and Louis. They want to.
Greetings.
Alice just nod. She's letting you. You can tell Torin by that nod. She gives you kind of like an understanding nod that she's letting you drive this conversation right now.
We've came here with our group together on Marlowe's cart and have been going in and out of Drakkenheim for the past couple of weeks or so, trying to get some money and as well as some personal missions. And forgive me for being upfront, but I wasn't sure it was Vio. I believe you are the Sebastian Crow, and your friend, though I'm not sure his name, is the Knight of Caspian, which makes you the very prolific Dragon Force.
That I am. And this is Pluto. Just looking at the knight. So, you said you're here for some coin and some other things. What are those other things?
Well, based on the story you've just heard with Vio, you can guess mine. I'm trying to get back and hope against hope that find something of my father's, whether it's sign of life or at least confirmation of his passing. Make it to my home and put some things to rest, but I'm also here looking for my brother who is currently in the city himself.
What about you two? Sebastian says, looking at you, Alice and Loey. Y'all all here for the same thing?
I got my own debts to fix. Torin's a good lad, though. Help him with his, he helps me with mine. You know, figured it's the same for you guys.
Sebastian looks at you, Alice.
He hasn't recognized me yet.
No.
Well, I'm his sister's godparent, so I wasn't sure. She'll just look at Sebastian and say, "So Emma's kept her word and not been mouthing off about me?"
You can tell he looks confused.
Oh.
He goes, "Excuse me?
Nice.
Am I supposed to know you?"
It depends on how much attention you pay to your sister and your parents.
Emma?
Mm-hmm. She's a good girl.
Oh,
Yeah.
he's related to the Smith. I see the resemblance now, Addie.
Remember,
We met you at the shop one time.
the same Mad, but we walked in while you were walking out.
You see he scratches his head. Apologies. Let's just say things have been very complicated for a very long time, and luckily Emma's been taking care of herself, and I guess now you're taking care of her, so that is absolutely fantastic. And thank you very much from the Crow family to you.
Yeah, of course. I didn't come up here to talk to you, though. I came here to talk to Pluto.
You see Pluto looks at Sebastian and Vio. Sebastian goes, "Well, hold on a second. Why are you here?"
I have my reasons. Ones I'm still figuring out before I go mouthing off about them.
You want to give us a clue?
No.
We can't trust him. You see he's as looking at Pluto and looking at Vio. It's a wrap. I'm telling you right now. You see Vio goes, "Oh, come on, Sebastian. Torn here has been quite forthcoming, and dwarves are always looking for coin."
Right about that. Veil, right?
Well, Pluto says, kind of sitting up straight, "I'm glad that you know me. Because I am Pluto Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
And I will be standing on heaps of monstrous corpses.
Mm.
And when the smoke clears, all of Caspia will chant, 'Jackson! Jackson! Jackson!'"
Going for the King's Moot then.
Technically not I, but my father. And I'm pretty sure after I'm done laying to waste all of the monsters in this area, he would be next up. And then we'll proudly walk up the steps of the Hall of Swords, Tower of Swords, and I will stand next to my father as he's anointed the High King of Caspia. You see a long, wispy look comes in his eyes, and he's like, and then he'll turn to me with tears in his eyes and finally say, "Pluto, my boy, you did it. You're the best of boys." Smasher goes, fantastic. Amazing. I think that's the first time I heard that. Says sarcastically.
Oh, he shortened a little bit.
Because remind me, Brent, the Jacksons are currently in charge of Caspia, right?
No.
No, it's the
Choplin family.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
Joplins.
I'll also go. Hopefully the Jackson family rises up by your efforts.
There you go. I was about to say, there's no hope in it. All work. Honorable work. But yes, you know of me. Are you from Caspia? I mean, are you here to write about me? Because I have a lot to tell.
I am not here to write, but I would gladly listen. If you're buying the drinks.
Smasher goes, I think we're good. She's not a journalist, and we're not here for an interview.
No, it's not an interview. She's like not looking at Sebastian. Like she's trying to pester him by not giving him any time of day and, you know, going after Jackson's ego. And she goes, well, no, but not an interview, maybe trade some information. I can't remember. How do the Jacksons feel about the Jones?
Oh. Well. We feel nothing about them, as they are inconsequential, especially after they left Emberwood recently, so I saw.
Do you know
Couldn't
why
handle
Orion
the
left?
heat. Of course. Because he's a
Why
coward.
did he leave?
That's why.
Louis smirks at that, but he didn't say anything.
A coward?
I fought this man many times in our teen years, and you want to talk about someone who has 2 left feet, 2 right arms, and a lot of, no, please stop, Jackson, don't do it, I kneel, I give. That's all I remember of Orion Jones.
Wait, are you another dragon slayer then?
Yes. You see, Smasher's. Which dragons did you slay, Pluto?
Yes, I love it. I fucking love it.
He goes, well, that's a long story, and you said we don't have time for stories, now do we, Sebastian?
Well, good to
I mean,
meet it.
look, Sebastian goes, I don't know why you're here, but let me say this. 1, whatever happened, we didn't do it. And, 2, we already paid it off. Promise.
Didn't do what?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm glad we got that settled. Excellent. Fantastic. Are we done here? I feel like our image, our brand is getting a little hot. Vio goes, Carrot Top, chill. We're trying to get into the inner city. Looking at you, Torin. If we can get into the inner city, then maybe we can find the tunnels to the canal that runs towards Draken, Castle Draken. Maybe we can find my father. Your father, too. That's what we're doing here.
So you're certainly trying to get into the inner city.
Yes, we were following Pluto's plan and trying to steamroll the trolls at Kingsgate, but that didn't work out too well. Pluto goes, I told you the solution before the trolls in Kingsgate. Just hop over the walls. It's easy.
No, you shouldn't do that, lad. That'd be.
I
foolish.
shouldn't? Sebastian, he said I shouldn't.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't. Well, that's why no one will remember your name.
I'm not here for names, friend. I'm here for debts, like I told your friend. And you can't get paid if you're dead.
He shrugs. You see, you can tell, like, money's like of no consequence to this guy.
All right. Let's.
Look.
I understand, but let's calm it a bit, Louis.
Sebastian says, we've exhausted all the ideas of our genius here. If you have an idea of how to get into the inner city, we're all open ears.
Let me check out the ferry.
The ferry?
The ferryman? You're not out of them.
Torin, they don't know about the ferryman.
Viagos, he's talking about the Styx ferryman. He doesn't go into the inner city. He just crosses you on the outside.
I mean, yeah.
How good are you all at, Nah. I don't think any of you... Well, maybe you, and he points at Sebastian. I bet you've got tricks. You look like somebody who would. You go through the sewers that way if you really wanted. Under it? There's culverts there, you know.
Vio says, that's what we were going to plan and try to do next, but it's been hard finding sewer passages that lead into the inner city that aren't blocked or clogged with monsters or collapsed from those massive worm tunnels, I think is what they are. We were hoping maybe to find a different way, but I know my way around the city pretty good, I must say so myself. But if there's no other solution, then, like I was saying, Sebastian, we're gonna have to try to go through the sewers.
Could you excuse us for a moment? Alice, Lily, I want to talk to you both for a second.
All right.
Okay.
Chloe shrugs.
Yeah.
Sebastian goes, take your time.
Louis, I need you to not raise your voice when I suggest this. We are trying to get away into the inner city by going against the Lord of Thieves. 3 groups are better than 2.
You want more people in the... We already have a 12th share. You wanted to bring that up to 15th?
Who says they're getting a share, Louis? They're just hoping. They get in, we get in, we part ways from there.
Now, see, that's why I like Honey. She's smart about this. All right, that I can get behind.
Look, I say we present the option. Try to negotiate our best. Sebastian's probably going to try to. It's going to probably be a bit of a problem in negotiation, but I think you two can handle him. And then we get some extra bodies and a very experienced group of people that we help and might be able to help us in the future.
Experienced. You hear that, blackguard? You hear that braggart? He says he wanted to go over the fucking wall. He's crazy, Torin.
He's gonna be a good meat shield, Louis. It's fine.
He's certainly more reliable than Orion was.
Oh, I don't know about that.
He's more likely to go fight them than point a sword at our back is what. So yeah, automatically better. Not a high bar, mind you, but
I'll give you that.
Before I liked okay, and we fought with him. I can appreciate that, and that Tankra orc fella. But what do you know about Vale? You trust her, Thorin?
Yeah.
Who is she to you? Really?
Her chest. Look, you heard.
Roll me another history with advantage.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh, 19.
Nice.
With Vio kind of jogging your memory here. You know that Balrin Barthis, of course, is the Chancellor of Drakkenheim, and worked quite closely with your father. They seem to have a friendly relationship. You recall that he came over to your estate for dinner a few times, and he sticks out in your memory because he always gave you a newly minted Draken silver coin when he did come by and told you to save it. But you were so young that not much else really registers besides that. But you would remember that there was this birthday party event where this catfolk, I guess, was adopted by this human chancellor, Balrin Barthis.
She is, and just to make sure, I'm assuming, and I, you know what they say about that, Balrin. This is a man, right? Balrin.
Yes, Balrin Barthis, is a human male.
Okay. I just want to make sure before I say anything. Look, her father and my father worked together and got along extremely well. And if she's here for she seems to be here for the same reason I'm here, and I can certainly respect that.
But you trust her, eh?
Until she gives me somehow a reason not to, but more than anything, I trust the reason she's here.
Yeah, fully good enough for me.
I'll also look over at Torrin and go, "You had my back without question. I'm returning the favor."
Thanks. And let's be honest, Emma would be really, really sad if her brother somehow got himself killed.
Yeah, I still gotta figure that problem out.
Oh, shoot.
All right.
You think if we don't help him, they'll really go over the wall? I hope not.
I think we might. We might. I don't think he was joking. Okay.
No.
I'm gonna present the offer. Just back me up.
100%.
All right.
No profit sharing.
All right.
I also kind of like elbow Louis.
All right.
All right.
I'm stepping aside for a moment, but I've talked to my compatriots, and there is something we've heard about that might help you guys out.
Continue, Sebastian says.
We found a group of people that are another much more recent adventuring group called the Headhunters that are planning on going through trying to get through Castlegate.
College Gate,
my bad. It's got a lot of Garmir, a bunch of gnolls, but clearing them out and getting through would allow us to get through the city, and it's not currently contested by anything else, by the other factions. We were going to work with them to try to clear it out, and we can certainly. And if you guys need to get in too, you can join the group and help us fight through. More bodies, less work, and less chance of problems.
Aye, and they know the ground too. They've already been there, so that's to our advantage.
So you're saying that you are inviting us to travel with all of you three, and another group?
No, we got more, but...
You have more?
Yes, we are... I don't know if we are part of the group of the Knifebites. There's certainly more than the three of us in that. But you seem to need a way to get in, and we're currently pursuing an opportunity to do so. If you want to join in, that's up with you, but it does answer your conundrum without having to traverse the sewers or try to jump over the wall.
Plus, you get to fight some really fun monsters, Pluto. That might be cool.
Yeah, the Lord of Feast is there. That'd be a hell of a head to send home.
And being part of the group that might deal with them could get some points with the factions if any of you are currently trying to negotiate with them. I don't know. Don't know what your plan is, but heard that they've been certainly a thorn in the side to more than one group of people.
Look, hey. We very much appreciate it, your offer. But to be honest, we're trying to get in on the east side, not all the way on the west side. And there is good reason for that, because to get all the way on the west side, you have to cross the river, head up through Garmir territory, through all of that and anything else around there, and then get to this college gate we heard about that apparently might have some dimensional rift. We're trying to get to Old Town. Alright? That's where we want to go ahead and land. And that's on the east side. College Gate is on the west side.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Hey, you guys find some way on the west side to get over the walls. Send a message through Aldor, and we'll get it. And maybe we'll go ahead and connect. Or better yet, you find some way to hole up inside of the inner city. Now, you'll be talking.
How much?
I just said you'll be talking. I didn't say anything about paying.
Oh, so you want it for free then? Information.
Well, hey, if you guys find some way to hole up in the inner city, that's very valuable. I guess we could talk about it then and there. But I'm not going to commit to anything now.
You gonna do the same? Let us know when you get through or hole up.
Vio goes, Carrot Top, come on. We can't keep doing this alone forever. Sebastian goes, to the contrary, we can. I mean, don't you remember Chubbs? He's dead. Gimbal? Dead. Rat Food? Dead. Look, no offense to any of you guys, but we're kind of bad luck. It seems like the more people that start circling around us, the bad luck gets a lot worse. So, yeah, I guess if we find a way in, we'll let you know. But as far as working together and all that business, I don't know. We could talk about that then.
I see why you didn't think about going to the Green Cloaks and heading through Shepherd's Gate. Not just because of location.
Those guys are nuts.
Is there anyone in this entire city that's not?
Good point, Torin. Sebastian says. Unless you're working with them and you're trying to go ahead and get a green cloak, they don't want you anywhere around their gate. Liable to kick you out. Pluto goes, huh, they can try.
Well, I still don't think friendly, free advice you should go over the fucking wall. But hey, you know, what does an experienced ranger who's used to mountaineering know anything about dangerous climbs with flying enemies?
I never committed to that. Just throwing that out there, so looking at Pluto. It goes like, I'm just saying that I can do it. You copy me, you'll be fine.
Right. Yeah. You'll be fine.
We haven't sorted that out yet. Right now, things seem to be leaning towards the sewers, I guess. But if we get inside, that's one thing. For both of our groups. The harder thing is can you stick around in there without being attacked, maimed by whatever monsters are inside? That's the harder thing. Some type of fortification, some place where we can avoid the haze. As far as we know, here's a free tip for you guys. The sewers have pockets where there aren't any haze, and you can rest down there, but, you know, we did that with Gimbal, and let's just say there's nothing left of him anymore. There's all types of things down there. But if there's some... Pluto goes, I tried to get them to hunt the worm with me, but Imagine that. Sebastian goes, no. We avoid that at all costs. And so far, we've been pretty good.
Smart. It seems to drag the haze with it. I'd hate to see a burrowing thing gas you out of whatever deep hole in the ground you think's safe.
If you're going to write about me, Pluto says to you, Alice, keep this in the back of your mind. Let's put a pin in it. I'm going to go into the worm's gut and burst out of its side. That epic. Epic. Imagine it. Covered in worm slime. He goes, showing his teeth. Ferocious.
It would be a grand tale indeed. And I might not be a journalist, but I do know of one that's here. So if you wanted to have a conversation, just you and me, Pluto, you let me know.
And with all the underground stuff, Sebastian, you probably aren't looking for somewhere deep. You're looking for somewhere up.
Yeah. Vio pipes in and goes, we know that the sewer lines run real deep in the inner city. A few of them actually, for some reason, goes under the actual river itself. But they could be flooded for all we know. But yes, a pathway down and then back up. So we're looking for, but Carrot Top is right. Staying in the city, in the inner city, is hard. Especially since no one can get rest. Unless we can find some way there outside of the haze. Imagine getting all the way there, then getting stuck. Or trying to have to navigate your way back under the walls again. It's just
a nightmare.
Imagine doing that with only 2 others. Torrance offered you help, Vio.
You really
Think
should
on
consider it.
Sebastian goes, hey, like I said, trust me. We're bad luck. But hey, if you think you're ready for some of that bad luck, like I said, you find some way in the city and some place we can hole up, come talk to us.
Right.
You'll do the same, right?
Of course. Vio kind of jabs him in his side. He goes, ow, I mean it. Of course.
Sure.
All right.
Vio goes, I'll make sure he does.
Well, fair enough. And if we notice anything on the... It's unfortunate that we can't work together at the moment, but we'll certainly keep our eyes out and let you know if we find anything.
Are you from one of the houses of Caspia, fair maiden?
I also kind of smile. Unfortunately, so not in the same way as you. I knew Orion very well.
You're his bastard. See, I knew he was the type to get around like that. What?
Alice is just laughing.
Yeah, Lloyd is too.
No.
Trust me, he has a lot of bastards.
I do not doubt that at all. But I don't think you're as into the political scheming as the Jones family is.
If you say so. You see, he looks at you a bit suspiciously, though, but he minds himself not to say anything further. Well,
like I said, if you want to have a further conversation, you can find me.
Where?
Leave a message with Aldor, he'll find me. Unless you want to tell me where I can find you aside from here.
That's okay, Sebastian says. Messages work fine.
I didn't know you listened to somebody so astutely, Pluto.
He rolls his eyes and goes, suggestions I am fond of, and everything that my redheaded friend here says is merely a suggestion, as he's found out several times.
Well, if you are interested in learning more of the inner workings of the Jones family that raised me, you can send me a message, Pluto.
You see, he raises an eyebrow. Well, he just nods. He doesn't say anything yet or commit to anything.
Yeah, Alice understands what he's doing.
All right.
And she'll look at Torin. Did you get what you needed?
Theo.
Yes?
Going in the west side, I believe, is closer to the Queen's Garden. I'll keep as much eye out for anything I hear about your father.
Please.
And I'll let you know as soon as I find anything. Just if you find anything about mine.
I'll do the same.
Thank you. Also,
maybe you should visit your house, your home. Maybe some clues there.
Hope it's not going to be a great visit, but yeah, that's probably a good idea. Also, he'll be wearing a green cloak, but Tagrin's is here too.
Ah.
Just if you note it.
Should I say anything if I see him?
Probably not much more than hello, but I'm certain he'd be glad to see you. He probably got a better head than I do. Despite everything. He'll probably remember you far better than I did.
Will do.
Yeah.
You see, he reaches out a clawed hand. She does.
Thorn will reach out his hand as well, and
fantastic. Thank you guys so much for your introductions and attentiveness. But we do have some things we need to finish up here. You see,
you as well.
Yeah, Sebastian, look at the notebook on the table.
Yeah.
Is that why you're here? Why you're going to Drakkenheim? You didn't share what you were doing.
Well, neither did you.
No, I know. I was just making sure it was known.
It is.
All right. Adi, I think Doran, I think we should fall off.
Yeah. Best of luck, Dragon Force.
Bye.
Yeah,
oh,
no.
Hey. You know, keep our name out your mouths. We'll do the same. You know, nobody needs to know about all this, right?
Fair
About
enough.
what?
There you go. You see, Vio gives you guys a friendly kind of nod, flopping her tail. And Jackson just nods at you, Alice. He gives a salute.
She'll give a little head nod towards him, but she's not bowing at him.
All right. And I can move all of you back downstairs. The rest of the party, while this is going on, is there anything you would like to do?
Ron orders another bottle to share with Kalina and Bati.
Okay.
He knew
Fonty's had enough. She's going to abstain from drinking for the rest of the night.
Oh, whatever's left we'll take home, kind of deal.
He knew he's gonna have to make sure everybody walks in a straight line home.
I'm tying all of you with rope, and I'm gonna pull you guys. That's how we're getting home. Those of you that are drunk.
All right. So, the rest of this evening, I mean, doesn't go on with no other events pop up here. If you guys, I don't know how long you guys stay here. Let's say that all this took place in a couple hours. So you guys got here about 9. It's about 11 p.m.
Yeah, we probably want to depart before the monastery, the monks show up for their sermon.
Yeah. Listen to that.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah.
How drunk is everybody? Is everybody really, really drunk?
Does Ron share the third bottle? Or is that just for
Well, if Bati's not drinking, it depends on how much Kalina drinks. I mean, Ron's probably 4 shots in. So, 4
Lena
drinks
has not had like a whole bottle herself, but she does not normally drink, so she's had a lot
All right.
for her.
Only person
Alice?
I've heard here that said that they really weren't drinking or was taking some moderation, I believe, was Tinu and Kolabati, right?
Alice
And
hasn't had a single
Alice.
drink.
Okay.
Yeah, Alice didn't drink her shot. I had to drink Alice's shot.
Got it. All right. If that's it, then the rest of you, as you guys settle up your tab and get ready to leave, besides those three, roll me Constitution saves.
All right.
Just checking, Brent. Nope, sorry. You go, Tina.
No, go ahead.
Just checking. Dwarven trait, poison resistance applies to alcohol, right? Great.
Yes.
Advantage and resistance.
Ron is in his cups.
Yep. Ron is toasted.
Nah, this is fine. It's normal.
Yeah. Torin,
Cheers.
Loey, you're fine. Ron, you're feeling a little good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. The rest of you have the
Gomez.
poison
Kalina?
condition. Yes, Kalina. You too, Kalina. Both of you have the poison condition for the next 2 hours. So have fun with that.
That explains the foodie date. All right.
I pull Alice aside as we're leaving, and I give her a vigilant blessing, and then I whisper to her, is it really good to be going home drunk after what happened before we came here? Tinu will kind of like whisper to you under her breath.
I mean, we gotta get home anyways. Do you want to take him to a bar fight instead?
No, because can't I cure that poison? With the
Lesser restoration would
Yeah.
work. Yeah.
I can using lay on hands,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna. 'Cause I
I
haven't
don't-
thought that far ahead.
Should I wait until we get home to do it then?
I mean, if we get home without an issue, what's wrong with letting him enjoy a night, Tinu?
Okay. No, I'm worried that we're gonna get home and
And there's gonna be
there.
something wrong?
Yes, they're gonna be waiting for us, or we're gonna get. I'm just paranoid.
I mean, it's why do you think I wasn't drinking?
Yeah. Okay.
Let him
Well, I'll have
stumble
it-
back, and when we get home, she'll look at Louis. How's Louis? You look fine, right?
I'm stoned. Loey looks about as he looks the same as when he came in the bar, and you know that, Alice. He drank a lot.
Yeah. I mean, Louis is fine. Me and Louis can run ahead and scout if you want to make you feel better.
Okay. And then after, I would say the same thing to Bati, that I'm worried and that we should keep an eye on the drunkards and for what is that
Yeah.
called? A trap? Not a trap. Ambush for an ambush.
An ambush, yeah.
on the way home.
Support your sister. I'll support our lizard friend.
Ooh. Not like I
Alright.
can see in the dark anyway, so.
I tie Kala to me, and I tie it extra tight on her because I'm like, you're dumb.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But it's okay.
Your cat has wings.
So, you guys all exit out, and of the Gilded Lily, feeling a little good, warm. There's a cool breeze going through, and there's, there's a few people going to and fro. You can hear some activity, shouts and screams coming from the northeast, and a bit more muted festivities from the southeast. Yeah, you guys step outside. You're just gonna walk home?
Yeah.
Alright.
Well,
Yeah.
try.
Because Tinu was paranoid, I'm gonna keep and because I have the sight too, I'm gonna keep a sight. I'm gonna keep looking around us and checking while we're walking to see if
Got
there's
it.
anybody or anything weird or she's on what is that called when you're on extra paying attention?
Overwatch.
Yeah, alert.
You're on alert. Yeah.
Yeah, alert. That's the word. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Alright. Roll me a perception check, Tinu, and the rest of you guys begin to file up back towards your home.
Alice would have pulled Louis aside and let him know that Tinu's worried, and so we need to make sure we're fine.
I'm gonna use inspiration. Oh fuck. Okay, 13.
All right, I'm assuming you guys are not going by the skull and sword, so.
Hell no.
I mean,
yeah.
Alice and Louis would, but I don't think the rest of the party wants
Yeah,
to.
you guys take the the south way around here.
So Ron is talking more shit than any of y'all have ever heard him ever say. Like he just, if anybody brings out the skull and sword, yeah, let's go kill Blackjack. You know, he's a fucker anyway. Like he's just going off about everything right now.
Mr. Nibbles.
Like, he's just
Mr. Nibbles, no.
Nibbles. No.
That gets a devilish grin out of Louis. He doesn't say anything.
Yeah, Alice is just laughing.
Like he's smiling, but he's just acting like he's pissed off at everything and just ready for a fight. So
Alice will be like, "What do you want to do? Bite his butt? You gonna chomp on him?" Like Alice is instigating Ron to try to
What
get him
if
to talk
he tastes
more.
bad? Don't do it.
that ear earlier tasted really good, so I wouldn't mind another one of those.
Probably tastes like waxed leather or something. I don't know how many.
I mean, it's kind of chewy. It's like jerky. I mean,
As you guys walk and talk,
We're gonna get in trouble. Oh no.
you
Probably.
At a certain juncture before this large tree, then you swing around and head to Kendrick's farm. You see figures begin to step out of the shadows.
Who did it this time?
Oh shit! There's so many of them. They're all. Oh no!
Ron's gonna produce flame up if he starts hearing them cuss. So,
Got
if you give me light when you have a minute.
Yes. Let's give you light.
I'm next to my sister. I'm moving me back, Brett, because I tied us together.
You did tie us together.
Yeah, so we would be next to each other.
Heavy boot steps on gravel and mud road come from all around you. And you see muscle-bound, shaggy bugbears dressed in armor. They look to be carrying spears and morning stars and have shields. You could tell instead of tattoos, some of these individuals have brandings, like in areas across their chest and upper torso, where the fur just doesn't grow back. One of them has a tattoo on his forehead of red lips. You see him! Y'all guys all know who he is.
Oh, our favorite man. He's right there. I can.
Hi.
Around, like, these guys he's with, he looks like a pretty small dude. Maybe he's about 5'5". He has coal-colored leather on, a weapon at his side, and of course that slick back hair and that shit-eating grin. I heard talk about killing me.
Hey, you hear well, don't you?
You see two of these bugbears flank him, and they stay with him, walking up. That I do, my lizard friend. You know, I thought we would have to come all the way up there to visit you guys, but I'm glad You saved us the walk. Let us know you're in town. You see, he raises up the piece of paper that Alice and Lowe you recognize. Cute read, by the way. You see he balls it up and throws it on the ground. Hey. Smiles wider. Don't worry, though. We aren't here to hurt you. If that was the case, you'd all be dead already. He puts his hands in his pockets and looks down and kind of kicks a rock, and he steps a bit forward. I'm going to try to make this short and sweet. All you guys had to do was stay out of our way. I mean, but you can imagine how surprised I was to hear that the Knifebites of all people decided to sink one of our trading partners. I mean, it just blows my mind. I had a good feeling about you guys. I clued you into the attack in the middle of the night up where you stay at now. I dug up some information on your family lands. You see gestures towards you, Torin. Told you important people were hunting you down, which, looking at you, Kolabadi. And I even tried to help you scratch that itch for revenge. He's looking at you, Loey. I mean, I had Nimbra waiting for you, but what do you decide to do? You decide to fuck with us, and since you made my life difficult, I now have to make your life difficult. No one told you guys to mess with our shipping process, but you did. Now, I do have a measure of grace here. In the process of figuring out what the hell happened, we did run across jackpot, I must say. Orion Jones, of House Jones, of Caspia. I mean, whew. See, looks at you, Alice. I'm pretty sure your mother is gonna want to pay a lot of coin to get his body back. And then the cost of speaking with his dead spirit on top of that? I can only imagine what he has to say about you guys. You see, he grins. Because you guys left us with such a nice windfall for your mistake, I'm willing to give you guys a pat on the behind this time around. I haven't hurt your uncle. Instead, you could find old Six Fingers and some of your things in Crow's Field, across the south side of the Drown River. And when you get to Crow's Field, you'll know where he's at. But I wouldn't wait too long. I mean, he may be for the crows at that point. And after you're done with that, you're going to have 48 hours to destroy that blockade that the church is throwing up on Temple Road. And if you don't do it, well, you think Loey here is frightening. I promise all of you, you haven't seen nothing yet. So thank you, and you are welcome. You see he nods his head to his men. And you see, they all move up to unblock your path.
Can I do an insight check real quick? On
Sure, what are you trying to insight?
I was gonna insight about the crows, kind of see if he's got more malevolence than just, hey, Yanis is there, trap or whatever.
Sure.
Maybe.
You can definitely see machinations in this guy's eyes.
Go make me Google.
You can see scheming.
Okay.
In his eyes. But you don't get a sense that he's lying about Yanis. Or, like, especially the stuff about Orion Jones. Good night, Knifebites. Sleep tight. Crow's Field. Time's ticking. 48 hours. And that blockade better be gone. You see they stand and just wait for you guys to go on.
Crow's Field is west if you follow the river south, right? Brent, thinking on the map.
You guys actually, is the first time hearing this Crow's Field. You're not sure what he's talking about. But he told you it's across the south side of the Drans River. So you have to cross the river on the south side, and apparently there's a Crow's Field over there somewhere.
So follow the river west.
So go to probably the southwest side of the river, cross it, and then I guess head north.
Oh, it's on the other side.
Yes.
That means we have to go now.
Are we going now?
Yeah. We need to discuss this when we're not surrounded by everybody.
Yeah, so I'm not talking
about.
We're
walking out. Yeah, no,
We're walking, talking.
Yeah, we're walking away from them.
Yeah, they just watch you guys, as you guys march off, and they don't. If you keep looking back, they're still standing there until you are out of sight of them, and they're out of sight of you.
This is still the first. We've only slept one night.
This is
right?
true.
Yeah. So I still have 2 levels of exhaustion. My speed is halved. I think legacy. Let me look.
But nothing I'm gonna just say that nothing else happens on the road back as you guys are talking about this. I'm gonna say that you guys get back to your hideout where you can, have maybe a proper conversation. But it is lonely.
We probably wouldn't head back to the house if we have to head back towards Drakkenheim.
Okay.
Yeah. So just, I guess, far enough that they don't see us anymore.
Yeah,
so we can talk.
Okay.
Yeah, we'd probably head south and then circle westwards.
Are we going tonight?
Outside of Emberwood.
You know that going to Drakkenheim is I'll go back to the Emberwood map here, is north on this map of the city here. But it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. If you guys want to head in that direction now, stop part of the way there, that's perfectly fine.
I think that's
so I'm just gonna put you guys on the Drakkenheim map for now, indicating that you guys are standing just outside across the bridge of the city, thinking about what you're gonna do.
Kalina will begrudgingly get rid of her buzz by using Lay on Hands.
No, it only lasts 2 hours, so you can
but
save
it hasn't been 2 hours.
No, that was like
it's going to take an hour. It takes an hour to walk there. So.
Yeah. So you can keep your buzz, and by the time we get there, it'll be gone.
As long as we don't run into anything in the first hour of trekking through Drakkenheim.
But I would save it for like oh crap, I need
that's
it.
True.
Yeah, instead of doing it now.
And really quick, everybody roll me a group insight. I'm looking for a 15 here.
Okay, let's.
Oh fuck.
Fail this check.
I think
One,
he's
two.
bleeding out.
That is
so I think
more
we
than
need to
half.
go.
All right. Collaborating and thinking about this conversation you just had with the Queensmen, they didn't bring up anything about the Scar, agreements with the Academy. You're not sure they know about that yet.
Yep.
Yeah, I noticed.
I was
that
as a
too.
player having that thought too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
I
probably
also
don't.
caught that they had no idea about Alice until it ran into Orion.
Real quick, Brent, judging from those bugbears that Mel had with him, could we tell how experienced of like mercenaries they were? How rough and tumble they looked?
Oh yeah, these guys looked solid. You could tell that they were ready to move into position. It looked like they had weapons they were quite acquainted with, and they looked like killers. Yeah.
And they looked organized too.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I wish I didn't use the 3rd level spell to try to sing. Ah.
It was very worth it.
Are we going tonight?
Yes.
Or are we gonna sleep? Okay.
I have to go tonight.
I think it's important to go because he might be bleeding out. That's why he said the crows would eat him.
No, he buried him under the ground with a limited amount of air.
But how would the crows get to eat him then?
He's not gonna get eaten. He's gonna die from suffocation.
Regardless of the reason, they didn't do this of mercy. They did it to make us scared. Yavin, his life is on the line. We gotta do this now.
Okay, let's go then.
We'll have buried our possessions probably with him. Chest. Same spot. He'll be in a coffin or something.
Loey.
He's alive. I don't doubt that.
We'll see how hurt he is. Because we also didn't get hurt in that conversation. He might have crumpled up that paper, but...
Alright, well somebody needs to map me a route that they're going to go ahead and take and where you guys are going to land in order to look for this crow's field.
We gotta get it.
We have
Do
to
we
get the dinghies.
Do
We
it's
have
either
them
that.
over here.
I'll
we
get
go
us
for
across
ferry.
the river. I'll get us across the river.
You got that now, Ron? You got that ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go for the dinghies just in case, but same path.
Aren't
either
they out of
way.
the way?
It's
They're right here.
Don't-
We hit them right.
We told the hooded lanterns where they were. I'd be surprised
true.
if they're still there.
right.
No,
but
no. We told them where this boat was.
No, we told
hid-
them where.
I
No,
think we
we
did
also
both. I think
we
did
hid them
both.
and we told them where we hid them, so that way they could use that to get to the boat.
Either way, it's okay. It's on the way to
Oh
the
my
river,
God.
and if Ron can get us across with what I think Ron's gonna do, we can check.
Yes.
If not, we can walk.
That's fine. If it was super out of the way, then I would say no.
No.
On a chance. That's fine.
Okay.
I just need 10 minutes of prep time when we get there.
Why would we tell them where the dinghies are? I get it. I get it. I didn't think
So are
we
you
did.
moving fast, or are you guys moving at a normal pace? Slow?
Normal.
It is, alright, normal pace. It is dark out here. Occasionally the clouds cover the moonlight and deeper shadows emanate as you guys move across the edges of the south side of Drakkenheim.
Actually,
Marching.
you know,
Mhm.
could we just use this yellow route we already have planned out, Brent? Would that work for you?
Sure, yeah.
Let me know.
Well, we don't know where Crow's Field is.
That is
Does
true.
anybody? Is there nothing on? I have several maps, Brent. So while we're walking, I'm gonna be looking at them to see if any of them have anything. And I'll get with. Doesn't Torin do maps too?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I do.
And Louie does as well.
Yeah, so she'll get with as we're walking with Loey and Torin, because I've got a map of the realm. I've got two different maps of Drakkenheim. I've got the one that we stole, and I got the one from Korgoth's ship. Do any of those have any markings for the?
You're
those
flipping
them.
through them, none of these maps have any markings on it. You're able to surmise at this point that this must be a name that is people to Emberwood have given this place more recently than an actual like official place that's been in Drakkenheim or outside of it.
And there's nothing on there to. Oh my god, I can't think of the word. You know what word I'm trying to say. There's nothing on these maps that would emanate like a field that might. There's nothing.
No. The only thing you can glean is that if it's a field, you would imagine that it would have to be somewhere on in the farmland. You know.
So it'd be outside of like this block of buildings, probably.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be in a more urban area. It'll be probably somewhere on the outskirts. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, it was worth checking the maps. Got
No,
three. I might as well
completely
look at
fine.
it.
Yeah, I was curious.
Hold on. Yeah, this is a giant block of woods, right? Because we're in Westamar.
Yeah, to the south here, where this green arrow somebody's drawing, that's like all wooded lands, and then it becomes sparse towards a bunch of fields. Yeah, where the arrow's kind of pointing.
Yeah, I bet it's gonna be.
Yeah, because we got fields all the way up into this area.
Okay,
Wait,
so we're looking.
He said the blockade by Temple Road, and Temple Road is right here too.
This is true.
So he probably would bury the body close to Temple Road,
so we can
because
see
that's
what our
where he
site-
wants us to go. Yeah.
Yeah, I bet it's near this junction here, right where these two.
Yeah, so it's probably around here somewhere. And I'm just assuming based off of like if I was him and I wanted these people to do this and I told them that, then I would have buried the body close to that road to lead them that way.
Excellent. Okay, so you guys march off your mission. Apparently, to go ahead and pick up Yanis here and maybe some of your select items. And you begin moving through the darkness and cover of nights.
So we're taking the yellow route to the river, and then we'll make a new route once we get on the other side, right?
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
everybody roll me a d20 as you guys spend
I
your
don't
first hour on the road. Let's see
I don't
how
want to.
jacked up we get, if any.
I don't want to. I'm scared. Run!
Is this an ability check or something?
It's
check?
just a regular it's just a d20 roll. That's all.
Yeah, it's not a
But
test.
Kalina and I are exhausted, so we don't get disadvantage on this.
No, it's just regular.
It's an
roll.
event roll, not an ability roll. So.
Do you have 2 levels of exhaustion, right?
Yeah, Tinu does.
Oh, okay. You guys get a sense that you see they're falling behind. You get a sense you're not gonna be able to move at a normal pace.
Warren will offer to carry.
Yeah.
Kala has 1. Tinu has 2. I
Yeah.
think, right, Kala?
Yes.
You get a sense you're gonna have to move at a slow pace.
Warren will offer to carry Teeter to help speed that
How
up.
far? Hold on. How far is Ron? How many people can you make walk across one?
I think it's up to 10.
10. Quick suggestion. Since this
Yep.
is a matter of speed,
10.
do y'all want to go to Camp Dawn and get horses? And we just ride there?
No.
No.
No, because I think that's out of the way.
I can get a horse.
Yeah, you have
True.
a steed.
I was
summoning.
waiting. I was like, come on, Kaylee, get it.
No,
Come on.
I fully fucking forgot. I'm gonna call my horse.
Yay! I didn't want to say it either.
Yeah, I did.
You make a shrill whistle, and then after a few seconds, you can hear the clopping of hooves, and from the darkness of the forest, you guys see a beautiful warhorse arrive of dark cloak. Problem solved. All right, you guys are able to
Yes.
continue moving without too many rolls here. All right, yeah, you guys get about halfway through these dark woods, and roll me another.
I don't want you, Brett.
Oh yes.
I'll take 210. Sure.
I know Ron is like, I hope somebody rolls a 1. I want somebody to roll one right now.
know.
No one to save someone's life. Could you calm down?
Yeah, just let us get across the river, please.
Yeah, you guys make it to the river here after an hour. It is about midnight now. The moon hangs high in the sky. Mist covers the drawn, and as you get to this area, I'm not going to put it on the map, but you remember that dock area where there was the boat? That's kind of where you guys are at right now. Those ruined buildings. Obviously, the boat is not there. The pier that leads down into these murky, octarine-colored waters. And I'm going to say that you guys stand at this broken-down boardwalk and dock. Ron in front of all of you, looking into the water.
Ron will say, so we're at the Korgoth Blackthorns.
Yes, where that boat was, their meeting place.
Oh.
But right now it's abandoned. I will say this though, I'm not bringing up the map. There is a building to the south that you remember the Martin and Martha from the Followers of the Falling Fire telling you that there was a safe Minotaur trying to get into in one of these buildings. I'll just bring that up as you guys are in that area. But obviously, if you want to keep going, keep going.
We can come back, Louis.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm kidding.
Question: Is Brent breaking up for everybody, or is it just me?
Oh, am I breaking up?
Just a little bit.
Hello?
Just a little bit.
Let me. I'm gonna pop out and pop back in real quick. Here, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9. Hopefully that's a little better. I don't know, but if it becomes too unbearable, let me know. But yeah, you guys are standing here at the shore, looking into these waters. It smells horrible here.
Do you guys want to do the safe first, or do we just want
I
to keep going?
vote we go.
Yeah, we need to take care of the situation before we consider that.
Alright. Well, once I do this, it's going to take me 11 minutes, and then we have an hour to get across. Alright. It shouldn't take that long, but...
Can I think about the distances, Brent? Can we make Brent across the river?
You're able to cross 900 feet or so easily within an hour. I mean, that's...
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you would have to... Can the horse walk on the water?
It's a creature that it can be cast upon.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, so if I see that Kalina's got the horse, then I'll do it on the horse. I'll just tell Kalina, don't fall off.
Well, I think we got Tinu on the horse.
Tinu's on a horse, yes.
The small one, yeah.
Sorry, Tinu's on a horse.
We have enough to get Tinu too, just in case, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll do both.
As he's doing that, I take out my rope and I tie it around me, and then I tie it around the horse.
All right. Yeah, the horse does not complain. All right. You can describe this, or I can. It's up to you.
I will spend the time to start ritual casting. Water walk for everybody.
All right. There's shadows all around you guys. It is dark out here. It is nighttime. There is pockets of haze hanging around these ruined warehouses that you guys remember fighting these Minotaur at. The bonfire that was there is long snuffed out. And you keep watch as you see Ron perform his ritual.
Can Torrance see?
I mean, it's...
Well, there's moonlight out, so...
There is moonlight, yeah, it's not, like, too dark.
Do you want me to cast light on your sword while we're waiting for
No.
Ron? No.
I mean, the sword already has a light coming out of it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It already does have illumination, and worst comes to worst, I can use a torch.
Yep. Don't worry about light sources right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ron, you finish a ritual and you open your eyes. They're clouded with a white mist, and you gesture both of your clawed hands towards the... You're wiping something away. You see the gentle bobs of the river in one section suddenly stop. You see the water almost become solid like ice. You take a careful step down, and almost like you're stepping into a puddle. You can see a little bit of like ripples come out, but you don't sink. You look back.
As the party's watching, I'll say.
Yeah.
You let Ron lead.
Let's go.
And as you walk with your hand out, all of you trail his footsteps. These disgusting waters and this fog that hangs over it smells awful. Occasionally a like a wave kind of at the edge of the path laps on and soaks into your boots. Off in the distance, towards the north, you can see barely through the fog silhouettes of massive towers that flank the Drakkenheim River into the inner city. You come across the other side where there's some more docks and boardwalks, but here it's like almost all collapsed into the water. You're able to step around the wreckage and land on the other side safely. You look around on this part of the Drakkenheim, and it's wild kind of swamp weeds all in this area here. It looks like maybe there were some structures, buildings, and roads, but most of it has sunken into the mush. The grass is tall, and off towards your west, you can see in the distance, maybe a few 100 feet, a tree line. You guys continue moving forward. Me,
My turn to follow
one
you
more
guys.
set of D20s here.
Where are we
Ooh, what does
wanting to...
Louis find?
Yeah, Louis
Oh.
with that natural 20. We find Giannis, no problem. Cool.
Yeah.
He comes to you.
Right. He's like, what are you guys doing here?
Tino, get the tree.
The tree?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Yeah, the
Make
whole
sure
globe
it's
tree.
Oh, the tree. Oh my god.
Yeah.
My brain was still thinking that when Brent said he comes to you, he's coming to Louis as a ghost.
Oh god. Oh no. Oh no.
I got another ghost for both of you to talk to.
All right. We're not going to finish this tonight, but I will go ahead and give you guys the lay of the land so you guys can figure out what you're going to do next here. But first, let me use the little boy's room. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay.
So, guys. Huh?
It's fine. It's fine. I'm not super nervous doing nervous crochet at my desk. It's fine. It's fine.
Didn't they say that this is where Garmir are too, or is it somewhere
Well,
else?
I think this entire side of the city outskirts is their hunting ground.
They're holed up at Temple Gate. If you're curious, the Garmir.
Okay.
They're right here.
Yeah, so they're not far from us. Another reason to get to Giannis, because I'm sure they could probably sniff him out.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so worried about what the hell is gonna happen when we get to him. What is the setup?
Oh, he's
What
dead.
is
They
the
don't want any more
setup?
blackmail, so.
I know, but I'm
I hope
like,
he's not dead.
I hope he's not dead either. But like, what? Why did they put him here?
You know,
And
she didn't-
us showing up here gets them what? What are they benefiting from by sending us off here? What
I
is
will
it like?
say this. I think the idea is they still think they can have a use for us. Like, hey, we could have been partners, but we're gonna bury your friend alive. We're gonna give you the chance to save him, but do this or we can kill you anytime we want. I think it's a power play. Like this is a last chance kind of thing.
I think it. Oh, it's definitely a power play with what
Yeah.
Alice and Louis did.
Yeah.
Which I'm waiting for the party to be like, what the
Well,
hell is that?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Once
the
we
power
get
play had
to-
already happened. They just don't appreciate the unwillingness to go with their plans.
I mean, we burnt that. We burned that bridge so bad there is no walking back over it.
Oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
I think, and to be fair, they also threw gasoline on that fire burn in the bridge, so I don't think we would come back anyway.
I don't think the bridge was super intact to begin with, to be fair.
It was a rickety old piece of crap, yeah.
We have 20 minutes. Let's fight Uncle Giannis before we end. Please. Please.
I doubt it. But let's see.
No,
We don't have time.
Oh
I don't
my
have
gosh.
sending either.
Oh damn! Because then you could to
Yeah.
Giannis.
I don't have sending. Oh no.
We're too low for locate person or object.
Yeah. Oh, we do have, but I didn't bring it. We do have locate object, but I didn't prepare that.
I wonder if Venus could sniff out Giannis.
Oh, hello.
I don't know if there's enough delirium in him.
Maybe. He's.
But
you know,
he
he's got
knows.
some.
Yeah, he knows. But he knows Giannis. Giannis fed him. Be like, Venus, do you want more good boy treats from Giannis? Find him. I don't know.
Is Venus that intelligent though?
don't
Alice has
know,
been
we haven't
training
really-
with him. I have
He can
a
track
role with him.
things.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
I'd
we'll
pull
see.
Ellie
It's a
out,
thought.
too.
All right. After walking on the dusty roads on the outskirts of the city of Drakkenheim proper, you come to an area that has a lot of fields. And even in the night, occasionally you hear echoing out through the darkness. If you look up in the moonlight in the sky, occasionally you can see these blobs, these groups of flying birds, crows, in the sky. But there's not too many of them.
Can we? Are they in a group over a specific area?
You see, a couple small groups. They're not like hovering over a specific area per se. They're just kind of flying in the sky, doing their own things.
Is there an area where there's more more of them than, or is it evenly spread out?
Give me 1 second, and I will tell you. Let me just make sure my map is good here. Sorry, stream. Give me 1 second.
Vati. Ellie would swap. You know how cats do that swipe? Ellie would be swiping at it. She would not get bullied like that.
Brent, can you give me some semblance of light too when you have a moment?
Yes. And...
I'm gonna eat that bird up. That gif is pissing me off.
I'll get you for this bird.
Cat. Yeah, leave my cat alone. Whoa, is that me or is that Ellie? Oh, that's Ellie. Brent, you can change Ellie to like regular. Because Ellie, I don't know why Ellie sees a lot more than Timu.
No turn order. No, take this off. Do I gotta... Okay, there we go. Alright, now we're good. Well, we were. Where was it at?
Oh shit, that's creepy. Wait, I'm deleting Ellie, guys.
Okay, there we go. Alright, now that we're good on that, lights out. Alright.
Can you fix mine, Brett?
Yes, 300.
Okay, so yeah, Ellie, I could see what Ellie saw then. Okay. Oh, and then there was light!
Yes. Alright, everybody who has light out and has dark vision should be able to see. The only person here that doesn't have light out, I believe, is Torin. But you can see Ron with flame on his hand walking as you guys come up the road.
I also probably have Twilight out, which gives its own little degree
yes.
of light too. But I'm not. Yeah, I can't see.
Oh.
Like, I really can't see past the little bit I'm seeing, regardless. So.
All right. What's the radius of Twilight?
Let me.
Wait, Brent, before you do that,
Mhm.
do you guys want me to use Eyes of Night since he's changing it before he changes so he doesn't have to change it again? So that we can all search? Or do
Doesn't
we
that take
wanna
a channel
search here?
divinity?
Yeah.
No, it's just a thing that I can do.
How long does it last?
We have to pick if we want to do it here or we want to wait. Here, I'll show it before Brent changes
Yes,
it.
that'll be helpful to do now.
Yeah, so it's just a thing that I can do. I can only do it once.
I'm not. Oh, I'm not sure I have that part of the info.
It's
Well,
your call,
Tinu's
me
asking
too.
the party.
Yeah, it's up to
Yeah,
Tino.
Probably could use that.
I can't.
Should I wait to use it? Or, well, we're searching. We're gonna be
Yeah, I
here.
think-
It lasts an hour.
It's probably a good idea to use it, Tina.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna make the call and use it. I'm gonna use it on Ron Torin. Who else can't see?
Those are the two that I think that can't see.
Who's good at looking for stuff?
Ron's probably better than I am, but I'm not bad.
I have +4 for perception.
So
We have +5.
Louis, Alice, Ron, and Torin. I think I don't only do 4.
Yeah.
I cannot find the data for Twilight, at least
So
with the.
You can't find the data for it? Okay.
Yeah, I know it's a +1 weapon, but I can't find the specific.
Was it like a moon touch sword?
That's pretty much what it is, but I can get
It's
it.
15/15 then, isn't it?
Okay, yeah.
15/15. All right, but you have the Eyes of Night right now, right? So.
Yeah. So
I think
those
that's why it
4
hasn't
have
come up.
300.
Yeah, it's
that's why it hasn't.
15/15 if it's a moon touch weapon.
Yeah.
Just so you know for future.
Okay. Yeah, I usually have. I think I'm one of the people who usually gets Eyes of Night, so it hasn't come up before.
I will still put on the blade. Here, 15/15 save. There we go. All right, so Torin, Loey, Ron, and who else?
Alice.
Okay.
300 feet.
Yeah. And then there was light.
No, I know, right?
Whoa,
Shit.
whoa. Look at that creepy scarecrow. You guys see him? Tinu points after she gives you Eyes of Night. Right here.
As you guys get ready here, Tino, you come over and bless each one of your compatriots as they blink and their eyes adjust, and the moonlight seems to be quite intense now, illuminating this area.
All right, Addy and I are gonna go have a look about, see if there's any traps or ambushes planned. You want to wait here, or do you want to give us a few, or wait for us to get back? What do you want to do?
So, looking over this area here,
Mhm.
you see once vibrant fields now lie in desolation with broken fences and dilapidated kind of barns casting long, sinister shadows in the pale moonlight. This cornfield is lush, though. Green. A little too lush and green. The leaves are huge. The stalks stand high and abnormally tall. You can see crooked scarecrows dotting these wild fields just above the stalks. Those of you who have the night vision to see it, of course. Wind occasionally howls through empty windows on a farmhouse that looks to be just north of you guys, carrying with it a faint scent of decay. Some chimes also come from that direction. The crows are calling out occasionally. almost announcing your arrival. You can see their silhouettes darting through the sky across the moon. Occasionally, the wind picks up, and you can see that it disturbs particulates probably of haze in these fields, stirring them up into like a fomenting kind of low-lying fog. Can't shake the feeling that unseen eyes are watching your every move. You look forward in front of you, and this is what you see.
Can I use a divine sense, just in case?
Sure, drop me the text of that. They use Strahd as an example. Haha. Okay.
That's why, it's fine.
Oh, they do.
Within 60 feet of you, Kalina, you don't detect any undead or celestial beings.
Ooh, this is so creepy. Tina
Brett, do the
shivers
ravens
on my
look?
horse.
Do the ravens look abnormal or even like delirium infected kind of deal?
Now, you see the majority of them are flying more towards the north here, and they look to be small, like normal crows, but I would say from this distance, you can't tell that.
Cool.
None of them are really coming toward us.
No. And, some of them seem to be circling in the air, but it was a lot quieter before you guys got about here.
Ron, can you talk to them?
If we get closer and if they want to talk, I was trying to, now that I can see off to distance and see if I can figure out if they're infected or not.
We stay as a group then? Is that the plan?
I mean, we need to keep moving.
Can we
So-
can I check this right here? Is this a fence?
Sure, yeah, it looks like a fence that is overgrown at this point and broken down in places. It's easy to go ahead and jump over it. You note that these stalks are pretty high. And the smell of vegetation is like profuse in this area here. It's quite intense, even for early spring. And this stuff looks like it's been on a growth spurt. But yeah.
So I don't want to jump over, but I'm gonna dig in my bag. And you remember at the beginning of the campaign, I took out that metal thing off of the train. I dig that out of the bag of holding. I took a piece of metal off the train.
Okay.
I'm gonna dig.
Wait. Oh yeah, I remember the train, the ruined train. Got it. I remember.
And
Yes.
Tina took a piece of metal off of it. I'm gonna use it to like kind of dig in the ground so I'm not touching the dirt. Because I don't know if Tina would know this because Koo doesn't know it, but I'm just assuming. So I don't know if it's delirium or are they lush because of decomposing bodies? Does that fertilize the dirt? So she's looking for bones. That's what I'm digging for.
Okay. Interesting question. You see Tinu kind of walk over here and like step over the fence and dig into the dirt. Go ahead and roll me. Are you trained in nature or survival?
Not nature and not survival. She's just
okay.
Loony.
Roll me a survival then. Okay. No, a nature. Excuse me, a nature.
Oh, okay, nature. Same thing. 9.
Dig this rod into the dirt and kind of any bones or anything. But the roots in this dirt is thick. Like you jam the edge of it into it, and instantly like resistance. That you can hear the snapping of roots as you dig deeper. Out the rod and look at the end of it, you can see a bit of roots at the end. These roots look black. And you almost can detect a little iridescence to them in the moonlight.
Oh, Ron. I mean, yeah, Ron. Look, as she waves the metal rod up and down. Come look, they're black and they look shiny.
How about we find Giannis and then we can come back and search for all this?
But what if he's in here in the field?
Well, if the ravens are circling the barn, I would think that'd be a good place to look first.
Yeah, that's
And just
true.
a point of nuance, these are not ravens, they are crows.
Sorry, I'm so used to ravens, Brent.
I know.
That's my bad. Blame dice.
Yeah, I know, right? You you look off to your right, you see some about 15-foot tall kind of rocky embankments or cliffs, and some shaggy large trees on top of them. But yeah, move yourselves to where you want to go.
Alice is gonna look over at Ron real quick before we go. Is it normal for the birds to be flying like this at night?
Oh. I mean, crows are kind of day and night creatures, so...
Roll me a nature check, Ron.
I'm used to hearing seagulls, not crows, so I don't know.
I don't know.
I hate seagulls.
What the dirty give me?
You think about it, and actually, crows to be not nocturnal creatures. They are typically more active in the daytime and sleep during the night. You'd imagine how many of these crows would be out here in the daytime, considering the amount you see at night.
Oh. To Alice.
Okay. Well then, and then she'll look at Louis. Where are we going? You said you wanted to scout?
Well, it sounds like we're gonna all go up there together and hold hands, so why don't Kalina and Torin lead, and I'll be in the back waiting to shoot something that pops out and says boo.
Do you want me to send Ellie first?
Me and Louis are used to scouting. It's fine.
Okay, you guys go then.
Alright.
Stop being a grump, Louis.
Alright.
And she'll look over at, and before her and Louis leave, she would let the party know that if you hear two short whistles.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. My for some reason my mic disconnected on me. I still heard you guys, but yeah, continue.
Okay.
Yeah, before Alice and Louis go, she'll look back at the group and say, if you hear two short, come running. Two short whistles, come running.
Okay.
All right.
I put Ellie on Louis, but I'm gonna keep her by me so I don't see what he sees. She's with Louis.
Well, this is the perfect place to stop, guys, as you guys are about to get into some shit here. Looking for Yanis. We've set the stage. Loey and Alice are going to move forward. The rest of you guys are going to hang back here for a second. There's crows flying above here in the moonlight. We'll see if you guys are able to find good old Uncle Yanis in this large field.
So we're going to be fighting evil by moonlight?
Maybe.
Winning love by daylight?
Dancing in the
Well,
moonlight.
two of us are.
Sorry, as soon as
Wait,
you said
hold on,
that.
stop.
Never running from a real fight.
She is the one named Sailor Moon.
It's we're just singing it.
All right.
Yeah.
With
Open
that,
night.
we'll see you later, Strib. Goodbye.
All right.
Goodbye.
Next time.
Bye.